going to get this back, mate. You are not going to get this back, mate.
When I wanted a mortgage, I had to supply 3 wage slips, is what I'm saying. I was double checked out loads of times.
I'd like to see, have you ever seen that guy Alvin Hall, who gives financial advice to perhaps teenagers who don't know how to spend their money wisely?
Alright.
Perhaps like send him over there, he's the guy with the bow tie.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Send him over there and just sort of have a chat with him and say, make a list of what you're spending it on.
So it is basically, will you be annoyed if they drop all debt and double aid and everything?
No, because I mean, you know, people sometimes need help and that, don't they? You've got to help people out, but it's how many times is the thing. You know what I mean? Let them off. But do I, you know, I've got this monthly payment at the moment, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm paying for tools for people out there who need a drill to build a house or whatever.
Yeah.
Am I now in my right to say, well, you can't have it all? Do you want the drill, or do you want the debt cancelled? This is what I'm saying. I'm just, you know, I'm all happy to help people out.
Do you think they're taking us for a mug? Is that what you think you might be taking?
We'll see, won't we? Time will tell, won't we? You know what I mean? If next year at the same time Geldof's putting on another gig, I'll go, what's going on now?
Geldof putting on another gig! What's going on now?
I think you're missing out on the true meaning of today, Carl, which is an opportunity to see Keane for free. I think that's the problem.
I don't want to go. I don't like crowds and that, do I?
Right.
Don't be doing that. Don't like big crowds. People, because I was talking to people at work about it, and they were saying, oh, you know, it's a big occasion, it's one of them events, like, you've got to be down there, because in years to come, when they say, you know, were you there, I don't see what's good about having a memory being stuck in a crowd of 150,000 people. I prefer to do something nice, say if I have like a nice cake and a cup of tea, right? In years to come, when they go, do you remember that day when we were all cramped and what have you? I'll go, no, I was on a nice cake and a cup of tea. So I've got a nicer memory than them. And so I believe in doing something nice on a big occasion, do you know what I mean, on a special day. Do something nice, remember that.
The thing is, you have got a nicer memory than them, because when you look back and they say what you're doing 20 years ago, your memory will tell you you were actually having a cup of tea and a cake, but with a chimpanzee that could talk English. That's what your memory will tell you. You go, oh, I was out with mate. I was out with mate Marty, he's a chimp. And it just, you will be in cuckoo land by the time you're 50. You'll be just wanting to go, oh, it was great that day, I remember Suzanne, I don't know what I'm talking about Suzanne, she's left you. She's left you, she's had enough of you waking up.
Well, she's down in Hyde Park watching Bed Shaped live. She's not worried about cake and a cup of tea.
Have you ever done a march or anything, though? Have you ever sort of...
What are you saying?
Have you know, you're having a go at me for not getting behind it all, right? Which I am, because I've got more standing orders going out my account for charities than anything, right? But have you ever got behind a problem?
No.
I don't think I have, to be fair, no. No, I am quite slack in that respect. It does take a lot of effort though, doesn't it?
Well, it depends. What sort?
Well, yeah, if you're going to do one of those walks from John O'Groats to Land's End or something, that's a lot of time commitment.
There's one, I'll tell you what, there is one that looks alright. On Portland Place, just off Oxford Street, there's always just a little Chinese fella sat on the pavement, right?
Oh, I've seen him, yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
He's just sat there with a poster, but you don't know what it's for because it's in Chinese.
Yeah.
So he's just always sat there. But that's for me, that's the sort of march I want, where you just... And he's only there when it's sunny. If it's raining, they don't bother.
I tell a lie, I did pop down when all those women walked through London in their bras.
Embrace and Gravity on XFM 104.9.
We've had a couple of texts. People obviously can text in 83XFM. That's the text number for the big quiz that's coming up shortly. Rockbuster, still your opportunity to win some of those cracking prizes. Enter your name in the draw if you can unravel the, I don't know what you call them, conundrums that Carl sets.
Sort of.
We've had a couple of texts. Obviously we're leaving early today. This is a shortened show and our last show of this run. But we've got to leave early. We've got to go down and try and make poverty history. But Rob's texted and he says, only an hour and a half today. Well, poverty does have some benefits then.
He's a fan.
He understands the show.
It was that little fella that used to write in who hated the show.
Right, I forget his name, and I haven't heard from him for a while actually. I don't know what happened.
No.
Maybe he realised that if he hated the show so much, the obvious thing to do was to switch off. Maybe that finally
That's
dawned on him.
annoying.
What's his name? Someone remind us of his
I
name.
like people who hate us to carry on listening.
Yeah.
It just gives it an edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that, you know, that you're annoying someone. I mean, I love annoying people.
I know you do. I know you're like a kind of walking Chinese water torch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have we got Ladder 49 today?
Rick, there's a number of cracking DVDs as ever on Rockbusters. We've got The Life Aquatic with Bill Murray, we've got Howard and Kumar Get the Munchies, hilarious stoner comedy, and Batman the Animated Series. And Ladder 49, there it is.
Oh, phew, yes.
If you're incidentally, if you've ever seen Ladder 49, then you can give us a quick text review on 83XFM. I'd be interested to know if it's
Why
actually
we've
worth
given
watching.
away one a week for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, we better start then. Let's do Rockbusters for the last time. You can win those amazing prizes.
Alright. As always, just a little cryptic clue. Some initials of a band or an artist. Work it out, email in or text in. That's it, isn't it? Right, the first one. Richard's kid
Yeah.
cuts hair for a living. Right? Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Right? Initials BD. Right? BD. Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Second one. I have a problem saying the French word for well. Right? I think that's the right word anyway. I have a problem saying the French word for well. So what's that? That initial there is K. Right, band or artist. And then the third one, you take 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, 57 kebabs, times it by 27 kebabs. Right? The fella is struggling to work it out. What's that? What's going on there? Right?
It's a good question.
DS is the answer there. 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs.
I've got it.
57 kebabs times it by 27 or what have you. Fella's struggling working it out. What is
I've
it?
got that one.
DS. So just email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk or on the text 83936. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can win Ladder 49 and those other DVDs, plus you go into the draw, which we'll do before we leave, and you can win the signed by Matt Groening, personally drawn Homer Simpson. We've got the Spinal Tap poster signed by Christopher Guest, and also the original artwork of us as Flanimals.
But they've all been framed. They've done a brilliant job. It really is a nice prize. I mean, almost too good to give away. A little bit annoying.
Is it too late to take that back?
Well, I was thinking we could sneak in a copy.
Yeah.
It's a very bad photocopy, so it goes grey and
Yeah.
no, they're all originals. So get texting.
Right?
Right?
XFM.
R.E.M. Night Swimming, beautiful song, brilliant band. I've got to introduce them, and I'm actually nervous.
Yeah.
I never get nervous.
You never get nervous, do
I
you?
never get nervous, and I get a little adrenaline rush.
It just takes, 80% of the world's population to be watching you, and then you get a little bit jittery.
And I don't know what to wear.
No, this is interesting actually. I don't know. No. For a moment there, I was thinking maybe Ricky's got to pop home first before he goes down to bring on the band. But if you are watching it, or if you're there, obviously not there, if you were there you wouldn't be listening to this, but if you're watching it on TV, do check Ricky out, because how would you describe that particular look? Ricky's wearing sweatpants. I assume they're sweatpants, they're not pyjama bottoms, are they?
They're sweatpants, they're sort of...
And
yeah.
you've got just a white t-shirt, cheap and plain white t-shirt, and basically Ricky is wearing... It's like he's made so little effort. The only way he could have made less effort was if he wasn't wearing any clothes. And he was just wearing his underpants that he slept in. But he's actually bothered to put on a t-shirt and a pair of sweatpants and some trainers.
Yeah, well...
Jonathan Ross is going to probably be wearing a suit, one of his, expensive suits, or whatever, and...
Yeah, but he won't be as comfortable as me.
Oh, true. Did it not occur to you for a moment to maybe make slightly more of an effort? Perhaps put on a jacket?
That jacket looks silly with tracksuit bottoms.
Well, again, you could have changed the tracksuit bottoms. I mean, they're a mainstay of the outfit, are they? It's like they're not changing for anything.
Yeah, I've got very little things that I haven't got a drawstring or an elasticated waistband.
No, sure.
I don't want to be bothering with buttons and zips and hooks.
There's going to come a point, isn't there, where you're just going to wear, I don't know, smocks.
Baby grow.
Baby grow,
A baby
yeah.
grow with a flap. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Those little mittens.
Yeah, great. And then an oven glove, so I can just get stuff out of the oven, eat it, let it drop everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, and then just get out of the baby grow, put a new one on, a clean one on.
All those kind of red flannel things with the which cowboys wear.
Yeah.
They're kind of buttoned up.
Yeah, the old cowboys.
Yeah.
Grandpa, he comes out with the shotgun.
Exactly. out there.
He's only get the long johns. Well, how's it going with Rockbusters? Anyone got the answers?
Actually, one guy is he texted in, James in Deptford. He's offered some answers, and he says here the guy that hated us, famously, of course, we should have remembered, Dickie Anderson.
Dickie Anderson.
Richard Anderson, of course. I don't know if Dickie's still listening. If he is, obviously email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and tell us what you've been doing, how you've been keeping busy and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from him.
Chris Campling hasn't called, has he, either?
Yeah,
The one that thinks that not only is this whole show scripted, imagine that, right? But that Carl is a character created by us.
Yeah.
He's actually an actor.
Oh, if only we
Look
could
at
take
that,
credit for
a
that.
shaved monkey we got.
I'll tell you, you're going to go along later to the Live 8 gig and you're probably going to see some bands that can make an effort to entertain you, but if you want entertainment, Rick, you know it. There's only one person to book.
Go on.
Me. If you know, perhaps I'm going to do, because I mean, I'm obviously a top DJ on the radio, but where I really come into my own is DJing in any kind of club
Well, you told me you were DJing, I didn't go to it, DJing at a party, and you said the place was rocking.
The place was roaring.
And I loved it. Carl just said he was there and they weren't.
Well, that's nonsense, Carl, because you know very well that when I'd put on a tune, they'd cheer.
Yeah, but it was later in the night. They would have done that, whatever you put on.
That's nonsense.
They said they were happy and everything. I'm not saying they weren't having a good time. It was your party. It was all right, but they weren't going mental like you're sort of making up.
They were definitely going mental. When I put on the Proclaimers, they could not believe their luck. They would have walked 1,000 miles.
Was it good though? Were they really, what were they doing? They were dancing, were they?
Dancing and that, but they weren't sort of cheering, going, more and all that at the end.
What's that?
Oh,
Take On Me came on, they big cheering up.
Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I've been there, done it, Steve. I've been the DJ as well on it.
Oh, it might be jealousy. It might be like
professional jealousy there.
Yeah.
I think it's because my fortunes are on the up and his are on the down. You know, we all know famously that he had
Chris making music,
his
didn't
DJ
happen.
outfit.
Didn't happen.
I did enough. I just wanted to do enough to pay for the equipment. And I did. And that was that. But I don't like crowds, do I?
But you're safe, aren't you? You're behind the little thing with the flashing lights.
There's still a lot of people and that. Forced fun. Don't like that.
Forced
It's not forceful, they haven't got to dance if they don't want to dance.
Yeah. Don't like it.
What do you mean your fortunes are on the up? Anyway, DJing.
Well, I'll tell you, I was hired, well, I say hired, I did it as a favour to a friend at his wedding the other week. And I got there, I was thinking, yeah, because everyone had their little role to play, and then people were doing a good job.
I love you taking it seriously.
And I spent ages putting together some CDs, special selection CDs.
I love that!
Because what I did was I burned them all up.
Headphones round your neck.
Own headphones, wearing a suit, but headphones.
Metal case.
Didn't need it, just had them all in one small box.
Brilliant.
Boom. I thought this is good stuff. I got some classics here.
Give me an example. Give me an example of that, like the first hour, the warm-up hour.
Rick, I'm coming straight in with Frankie Valli, Oh What a Night.
Brilliant track.
I mean, when those beats start at the beginning, who's not getting on the dance floor? Wait a minute, what's this following up?
Go on.
It's the Jacksons.
What, I Want You Back?
I Want You Back.
Brilliant. It sounds good at the moment, Carl.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna roar this, because they laid on a good spread. The ceremony was nice, food was nice. I'm thinking this is going to be the piece de resistance.
Yeah.
Alarm bell started ringing.
Why?
When I realised there was a marquee outside. Of course, it's a balmy summer evening. I'm stuck inside on the dance floor, so I'm thinking I'm going to be struggling here to get them in. Even with flavours like this, I thought I'd struggle, Rick. So I'm sat there in my suit. I'm sat behind this little DJ console. I got to all the big numbers. There's one or two people making some token effort, but finally most people are outside everywhere. So I was livid. Of course, they couldn't hear it out there. So I was playing to an empty room, really, and I was furious. I was absolutely furious. Because, I mean, what is, you're wasting my time. You're wasting now, I could have just stuck the CD on.
They're wasting Frankie Valli's.
Frankie Valli's time.
They're wasting the Jackson 5's
They're
time.
wasting, D-Light's time.
Yeah.
And, so I'm sat there, and there's a couple of people making a cursory effort, mainly when they come to get a drink from the bar, they might have a little quick, a couple of two.
You shout, we don't want your
Not interested.
all of your
no one at all. And, then there's a microphone set up because people have been doing speeches. This little girl gets on the mic, right? It's being funneled through the speaker system. So every time I put my headphones on...
Miss Dynamite, was it?
It wasn't sadly Miss Dynamite, although she decided to have a little go at MCing. She was screeching a little head.
How old is she?
Oh, I don't know, 8 or 9. At their most annoying. when children are at their most annoying, because they got a bit of confidence there. They're cocky, they're not shy anymore, they're a bit arrogant.
Yeah.
She's screeching her head off, so I'm playing, she doesn't know.
Your face!
I'm playing into the groove, no one's getting into the groove, because she's going mental, she's just going, what's this, I don't know what this is, play something I know. I'm thinking, I haven't got any bloody DJ Otsu. Crazy Frog. I'm not going to play what you... So she's just screeching along, ruining it for everyone. I say it when there was no one there, so she was ruining it for me.
I bet you were really
I'm
angry.
furious. But of course as well, every time she screeched, it went through my headphones. So of course and then her dad comes along, and I'm thinking, all right, he's
I
seen what's
just
happening.
imagine you in your suit, sweating, getting annoyed at someone ruining your set that no one's listening to.
I think, her dad's coming over. He's going to put pay to this. He's realised that she's causing a disturbance. He comes over there, joins in.
No.
Sits her on his lap. He's just saying she's having a whale of a time. I'm thinking I'm furious. I'm thinking it's his responsibility to shut her up. He's not going to do anything. What can I do? I can't step in.
No.
And I know very well that if I interfere, he's going to say, oh well, she's enjoying herself and no one's dancing anyway. And we were just going to a fracas.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start a fight.
No. Because I don't know, but he'd have knocked you out, wouldn't he?
Someone would have got knocked out. And I'm not saying who it would have been, but but there was, to bear in mind, Rick, there would have been two of them. And so I didn't want to get into a fight with him. And anyway, so I'm playing. Anyway, so my friend came along. He realised what was happening, and I didn't have the guts to unplug the microphone because he'd have known. You see.
Yeah.
So I got my friend to do it when she had her back to me. So he pulled the plug out. The microphone went dead. She went, "What's going on?" I went, "I don't know what you're talking about." I said, "I don't know." She said, "Where the microphone was?" I said, "You must have broken it." I don't know what's going on. Someone will probably make you pay for that. And anyway, at least we shut her up.
That is great.
But it really went from bad to worse. And, there's that thing when you panic, you start panicking, so you're putting on a lot of flavours that you would have saved till the last hour.
What are we talking? Shake.
Exactly, you're throwing them in early. Love Shack's coming on way too soon.
Really?
Oh, Love Shack before 11. It's heresy, but I had to do it. But anyway, in the end, I made the bride go and get some people in. I said, look, it's your special night, alright, and they're going to enjoy this.
I'll be honest, love, this is a washout, and it's up to you to turn this wedding around, or I'm walking.
I'm walking, and I tell you, they're going to have a sour memory of this evening.
Yeah,
you
so
some
go
people
and
in.
get everyone in dancing.
So she got him in at the end, and I'll tell you this, Carl. I mean, I don't know what you say, but they were loving it. They were absolutely loving it. A bloke came over and said, "Have you got Amarillo?" I said, "No," but I put on something even better, Delilah. Wedding crowds always go for Delilah. A song, of course, about old man killing his wife. It always goes down very well, strangely, at weddings. They get into a sort of hokey-cokey thing. They went berserk for it. And I was following it up with, I had the monkeys, I had all sorts going on.
Brilliant.
Of course, you know what happens. I'm going great guns. People are absolutely loving it. They're rocking it. I'm throwing, I had something cracking on at the end. Come On Eileen, of course, was on. People were going berserk for it.
Which is unfortunate because the bride's name was Eileen.
Yeah. And then the bride pipes up. I'm throwing the bouquet. So they all traipse off outside again. I was furious.
Oh no.
I plugged the microphone back in. I said, "What are you doing?" We got, but they went out. Then of course you can't get them back once they've done that because all the women are running around. I got the thing, and then they got to wave everyone off, throw the confetti.
They ruined your day.
I was having a great time and they ruined it.
She ruined your special day.
She ruined my special night.
Oh no.
It's on her head.
What would you put on about now, Carl?
What if I was DJing?
Yeah.
Probably a bit of world party.
Go on.
Interesting. Message in the box, put the message in the car, drive the car in the world, and I'm imagining that message is make poverty history. That's world party, put the message in the box. Can I just say quickly while I think of it, we get a lot of emails from people, a lot of texts saying, can you send a big shout out, stuff like that. I've just looked at one now, Scott and Julie in Australia listening, they want a big shout out, big shout to them. But there's so many people that do it, and obviously, I just want to say, sorry we never get to your emails. We're very, very lazy. We never really get to look through them. But we obviously do appreciate you emailing in, texting in, stuff like that. And also, can I send a big shout out to my grandparents, who I believe might be listening on their new digital radio? They're pretty high tech. In this country.
Yeah. Are they the merchants of Bristol?
Merchants, yeah. Props to them.
Props to them, yeah.
It's a slightly truncated show, isn't it, today, Carl? We've got
I don't
nothing
like
inside
it.
with trust.
I don't like change, and that's what's happened.
You don't, do you? You're like Rain Man.
Yeah.
He really is like Rain Man. Anything change, it's got to get in a little routine. You can't.
I don't like to. I'm not like Suzanne's mum and dad and what have you, where routine cannot change no matter what.
Like what?
Well, we've talked about it where, if it's a Tuesday, I'm having sausage, egg and chips no matter where I am. That's what they're like.
Right.
That's what they'll remember, actually. When I'm saying about stuff about Live 8 and all that, people will remember. If people said to a dad, you remember Live 8? Okay, what day was it on? Tuesday when we had sausage, egg and chips. Nothing changes. But the thing is, today, normally we have a bit of a, I know what we're doing where and all that, and it's all sort of messed up.
We don't usually know what we're doing where. We say, what should we do next? You go,
But I
what?
know, like, Rockbusters has been done early,
Right.
so that's normally done.
Because
at
that's
about-
really
about
throwing you. I
5
say, uh-oh.
I just I don't like all this change and that. It's messing about, isn't it?
Rain Man.
So what do you want now?
Well, what about song with a story?
See, with the, right, well, last week,
Look at him, he's in a genuinely foul mood.
No, he's actually rocking.
Yeah.
He's actually rocking like Rain Man as well.
last week we did, like you say, Eric Clapton. This is the section where we play a song with a story. I think every song, if it's a good song, it's got a story. You've got to listen to it, sort of, you know, from the start. You get in the middle, you're going, oh, how's it going to end and all that. You wait another minute, you know the ending, you're happy.
But the thing is, as Steve said, you know, sometimes we're disappointed with it, so it's not a good story. And as Steve said, I'm not sure you're finding what you need in a song for a story. Why don't you read a book, a novel? If you want a really good story that engrosses you, why don't you read a book? You're not going to get it from a pop
I haven't
song.
got time for a book. Song's 3.5 minutes.
And that's it, is it? And that satisfied you,
Well, yeah, it gets you thinking for a few minutes, then you move on. This
and you
one,
stop thinking.
2 minutes 50, this one, right? It's brilliant.
Go on then.
It's about, last week we talked about the little crippled fella, right? This one,
As I say, I don't think we say cripple anymore, but go on.
alright, this one, someone emailed in saying, if you want a song about that, this is the song you ought to listen to, right?
Right.
It's about this fella who, basically something happened, I think he's in a wheelchair, right, for some reason.
You thought that last time.
His wife, you know, likes going out. She doesn't take him with her when she goes out.
Right.
Is it Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town?
Yeah.
Brilliant song.
We'll just play it then.
Yeah, great song.
Alright.
You've painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. For God's sakes, turn around.
What do you mean?
Alright, just, it's a good story. It starts off well and that, you're feeling
Yeah.
sorry for him, but then he says, where's me gun?
Yeah. Because she's a slut.
Why?
Because she's going off.
Yeah, but what does he expect her to do?
What? Just because he paralysed his legs fighting for his country, presumably in the Vietnam War, says that crazy Asian war. So he's gone, he's fought for his country, he's taken a bullet, he's come home, he can't walk, he should be a hero, and then his wife's going out putting it about downtown.
Why do I never meet women like Ruby?
Forever Lost, the magic numbers on XFM 104.9. Well, the concert's kicked off, Steve.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that we're still here, really. Let's try and wrap this up quite quickly and then shoot.
No one's listening anyway.
Nah, we could talk about anything.
What we do,
Yeah, true.
it makes no difference to
We could
us.
do a lot more swearing than we normally do. We could do even more. I was talking to Carl the other night, because I've been rewatching for some reason that film Witness with Harrison Ford, where
great
he's a
film.
policeman that has to protect a little boy who's part of an Amish community. Amish?
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to Carl.
You look plain, John Book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was obviously trying to explain the Amish to Carl. He'd never heard of them. Completely stony-faced.
Amazing.
Amused. Now for those...
Okay, you explained it to him, have
Yeah.
you? Okay then. Now I don't know what you said, but I'm assuming you got it right, right? Carl, now tell me back now, what are the Amish?
They're just people who sort of live like in the olden times. So to them, they're sort of in about 1842 or something. So they're getting old papers and that. They haven't caught up to.
No.
They don't have telly.
They don't deny that the 20th century has happened. They just don't want to be part of it. They look up and they see planes and they know what they are, and they go into the town and they see it in the window of Dixon's, the telly. They just don't want to be part of it.
No, they're still living. They
are still living like it's
that's what I mean, yeah.
but they know about everything else. They just don't want to be part of it because they think that the sort of the revolution was a bad thing. They think that society became more and more depraved, and they wanted to go away from it, and they want to go back to old values, and they think they don't need TV and jets and that way of life. They can survive in the old way because the old way was better.
Missing out on Live 8.
Yeah, but they haven't had Band-Aid yet.
Yeah.
I think this is the problem that Carl had. He in his mind, they were just a bit delayed. So that in his head, they were slowly moving towards the 20th
They wouldn't be able
century.
to watch most of these bands, all their electric guitar. They'd be allowed to watch Tracy Chapman
Yeah.
doing an acoustic set
Yeah.
between the bands. Yeah. That'd be alright.
But no, in Carl's mind, it's like if he...
Although they wouldn't like Fast Car. They wouldn't like singing about that. They go, I don't know what you're talking about. Pony and Trap. You got a pony and trap. That'd be alright.
But are they still? Do they still get sort of rubbish posts and that saying we need your money for this, or you know, get behind this
They
charity?
live in an isolated community. They're farmers, aren't they? They're farmers.
It's an agricultural community, and they're obviously very staunchly religious. And in actual pretty well, because you hate crowds, you hate groups of people, you don't like the modern world. Well, you'd love it down there, wouldn't
He
you?
wouldn't like getting up at 4 o'clock to milk a cow, though, would he?
Well, no, but he'd get used to it.
Go back to bed, can you?
It's probably out. I mean, have they got anything to do with the Hare Krishna people?
No.
No.
Nothing at all.
Because out of all the religions, that's, you know, I'm not a religious person. I don't understand
You're
it.
only saying Hare Krishna because you've got the head. That's the only reason you think
I'm
it'd be...
halfway there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, out of all, you just what was that?
Well, he just fell out of my pocket where I'm nearly laying down.
That's the danger of wearing sweatpants everywhere you go.
I'm only ever lying down in a chair.
I'm you know, I've never been a religious type. You know, if people want to do it, I let them do it and what have you.
Good of you.
But out of all of them, I want one that's not going to take over your life. I don't want one where you've got to get up 3 times a day and you've got to go and pray and that you've got to get up early. Forget that. It's getting in the way. But if it's something like, I was walking to work the other day, right, across Oxford Street, there's a little Hare Krishna fella there, and he sort of had, he had a leaflet and stuff, and he said, you know, are you interested? And I said, what do you do? And he said, well, you know, we're against getting stressed out and what have you. And he gave me a plum. He handed out food for some reason. But I sort of asked a few questions.
That's the imagery. It's two bold people, one of which is wearing an orange smock.
Holding a plum in the
He
middle.
hands the other one a plum. It's almost like you could imagine some kind of religious painting.
Exactly, yeah.
But you know, what is their sort of main thing? Because he didn't really tell me that much. He was a Japanese bloke, so I didn't know what he was saying that much.
Why? He wasn't speaking English.
Not very well. He wasn't the best sales bloke to send out for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what's that? Are they? You're saying they're nothing like?
Well, I believe Hare Krishna is a kind of as an offshoot of a sort of Buddhist faith.
It is, I think they are Buddhist, aren't they?
Yeah, and obviously their kind of trademark, as it were, is that they have to say, I believe they have to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna in a certain rhythm, in a certain order, a certain amount of times per day. That's why you see them walking down the street saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, because it's actually a sort of religious chant which they're obliged to do. So you see, even if you go into the Hare Krishna faith, you may find yourself, you know, in Tesco or whatever, forced to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
out loud, not just thinking it.
Yeah, no, out loud.
You can put it on an iPod and
You
just
couldn't put
listen.
that on an iPod, no, it doesn't count. No, I think you have to actually say it. So I guess that kind of eats into your social life a little bit.
And then there's the wearing orange as well.
Particularly frustrating, I imagine, if you're in a cinema or a library. A little bit awkward there, you know, midway through,
Or
Star
you
Wars,
live
wouldn't
next door to a bloke called Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
who constantly thinks you're calling him.
yeah,
That probably.
yeah. So that's in this. I mean, I don't think we've quite done the Hare Krishna faith its full service there, but so interesting to you. I mean, you got handed a plum. You've been treated well by them.
Yeah, well, but he couldn't tell. I just wanted to know how much time it would take up, what are the benefits, you know, what can you do, what can't
Well, I
you
think
do.
the benefits are they probably don't get stressed out. They've probably got that sort of that zen, that chi-ness about them where they try and interact and
Quite meditative.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've got some nice trainers as well, don't they, with their
Yeah.
orange.
What are you looking for then in a faith, Carl? You say what are the benefits? I mean, obviously Catholicism, you get the communion wine and bread, so
Yeah, but I can afford that.
right.
Probably, just, I like the Crusaders. I was forced into joining that as a kid, because a mate sort of joined it, and he sort of said, are you joining? I sort of swore at him. I said, I'm not doing that. Right?
Yeah.
He said, right, if you don't come with me, I'll tell your mum that you just swore. So I was like, oh. So I went along, and I used to just go on a Friday when they played, you know, Subbuteo and stuff, and then I went on one Sunday, and it was totally different. There was no Subbuteo, there was no sort of, you know,
Table tennis.
the thing where you hold a thing and knock things over.
Skittles.
There was all that on a Friday. Went on the Sunday, it was rubbish. He said, right, sit down in this room. They gave me a Bible. Thought, this looks too heavy, this is too big. I'm not interested in this book. And I never went again. I used to hide on a Sunday when they came round. And that's been the only situation.
I suddenly wondered it suddenly turn out to have to hide on a Sunday when they're coming round.
Because they wouldn't leave. They wouldn't leave.
Who was it? Were they adults?
It was sort of a, well, he seemed like an adult to me at the time, but he was probably about 27.
Well, that is an adult.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? He seemed a lot older when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And he came knocking and that, and he used to say to me, Mum, I'll just tell him I'm ill or something. And he used to hang around to see if I'd eventually come out to play and that. And if I did, I think they would have grabbed me and took me there.
I love the idea that for you religion has to bring with it some kind of gift. It's like, you know, join our faith and you get an alarm clock radio. It's like something
But
like
I think religion does bring a gift. Usually, it's
the gift of the Lord.
Well, the gift of everlasting life, isn't it? And that's the problem with it, you know. A lot of people believe in it because they think.
But for Carl, his feeling is like, that should be a given. That's safe. I'm definitely going home with eternal life. But what else can I have? Is there an
you have to have a religion, because obviously I don't have a religion. I don't miss it, and I wouldn't want one. I'm an atheist, and that's out of belief. That's out of logic, and we don't get into the politics or the morality of it. Why do you feel you need a religion? Why don't you just get a hobby?
Well, I didn't want one. I don't want one. I just was saying that, you know, if I was to get one, which one would I go for? Is what I'm saying.
I'd like to see you perhaps as a Jew. I think Judaism would suit you well, I think.
What are the hours like for that?
Tough. It can be tricky.
That's what I mean. I don't want anything that's, you know... And they have a day where they don't eat and stuff. I can't be doing that.
So they may have days when they eat not too much.
Yeah, but what happens is I'm not that hungry that day. Like I say, I don't like change. You know, I like my Cheerios in the morning.
I still have that other girl in my head, my elder sister, and Burt Bacharach, on this final XFM show, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Well, we've nearly got to wrap it up. I think we've got to do the Rockbusters winner and give someone those lovely prizes. Monkey News, then we're out of here. We'll maybe come back, maybe do some Christmas specials.
I don't want to make any promises.
Right then, first one was Richard's kids. He cuts hair for a living.
Yeah, what's that?
That was well, try and work it out.
No, there's no point.
Dick's son, yeah, he was a barber. Barbara Dixon, right? Dixon, well, again...
Barbara Dixon. Her name wasn't Barbara Dixon, was it?
So, that's that one.
Did Ronnie Corbett ever say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dixon?
The second one...
He never did.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. What's the French word for well?
Oh, that's good. What?
No, that's good, though.
Bell? Oh, no, what?
BN.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I have a problem saying it, so I can't say it. I can't say BN. I can't say BN. Can't say Kasabian. Right? So we managed to get that one out.
That's one of your worst, that.
Can't say BN. Can't say BN.
Can't say BN, it doesn't.
Yeah. And the last one.
Work.
That's terrible.
8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, plus 57 kebabs, times 27 kebabs. This fella is struggling working it out. What's the answer there? DS. Right? Adonna's son, right? So he's struggling working it out. It's a Donna's son, right? So they got that right as well. So
what was the answer?
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Yeah, Donna Summer. Donna Summer. So just pick.
So went out on a high then.
Steve, just pick one.
We went out on a high.
That was shocking.
What about let's have a look.
Well, it's the first one to get all three. Steve, what's the first one with all three?
Well, there's so many here.
Yeah, but this is the first one that came through in time-wise.
Probably that one.
No, I don't like Rob because he's been slagging us off. In fact, no, let's give it to Rob.
If he's the first, if he's the first.
No, to be honest with you, Rob's been slagging us off, but at least he knows. I mean, at least he's got some taste.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, well, what if he was the first, then Rob's the winner?
We'll give Rob, he gets Ladder 49 and a bunch of other DVDs, but that means he goes straight into the
you're
hat.
putting him in
for the
there
big
now.
draw. I'm just going to write his name now, I'm going to throw that straight in the hat. I can imagine that no one, even the people who've entered, are that excited. Not because the prizes aren't great, but I'm worried that they don't appreciate it, Rick. Do you know, I get the feeling that our listeners, they just don't appreciate the fact that we've gone to all this trouble, we've got the Homer Simpson drawing and things like that. I just feel like these people don't deserve it. And do you know what, it's weird, I just wish we had a better quality of listener. Yeah, people who listen to Radio 2, they deserve it, you know, they're elderly and infirm, some of them, it would really cheer them up, but our lot, you know, drug addicts,
Yeah, let me pick
you
it
know,
out.
truck drivers. So I've just put all the names in the hat, all the previous winners from the previous weeks, and
Is Pilkey gonna put it out?
Do you want Pilkey or do you want Ricky?
Oh, well, let's have the shaved monkey do it.
Alright, plunge your hand in there.
It's just, that's one, isn't it?
That's it, just pull that one out, check who it is.
Right, it's, Gavin Thompson in Edinburgh.
Well done, Gav.
Are we going to get them up there?
That's not his problem. You got to post them. You got to pay. They're amazing prizes.
Yeah, but the Spinal Tap one, it's about 5 foot, isn't it?
Well, they can post it. It'll cost them a few quid. It's a radio station.
I think you should have to come and collect it. No, just because then it'll at least it'll prove that
Where's he
he's
from?
interested.
Edinburgh.
Give it to Bob Geldof. I'll give it to Bob Geldof.
He's walking up there, so
He can drunk it.
XFM.
Cheering breaks. Fishing for a dream. That's what we're fishing for, isn't it? We're fishing for a dream today. What's that, mate? Poverty. I don't know what I was talking about.
It doesn't matter what you're saying, Rick. No one's listening.
No one's listening. Well, we've got to finish anyway.
I mean, think about the fact that think how small our percentage of listeners is anyway.
Anyway, and then you two are on stage at the moment.
This is like broadcasting during Christmas dinner. This is the same. It's just
On
pointless.
hospital radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where everyone's got an iPod for Christmas.
Yeah. On the ward.
yeah. Well, we're going to go through now till 5:30, and I've got to rush off, I'm afraid, to Live 8.
Don't apologise, mate. When people see the glam that you're bringing to that event.
They don't even care about the people introducing it. Comedians going, ladies and gentlemen, just get on with it.
No, I agree.
No, I've got a good joint here. Two blokes will get on with it. Bring on Madonna. But we're going to give it to them, Carl. We're going to go through to the end. We've done everything we have to do. Monkey News. The final Monkey News of the year, possibly. It's been a joy, I'd like to say, on behalf of myself, Steve Merchant, and this little bald mank. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
But we should just point out as well, if you miss Rockbusters while we're away. Yeah, right. You can log on to xfm.co.uk/Rockbusters, where you can actually see Carl himself introducing you to an interactive game of Rockbusters.
Looks very much like Blockbusters.
It does, surprisingly. But yeah, you can join into that.
And there's also, talking of Monkey News, there's a link on the website. I'm trying to think where you go. I think if you go on my little biography bit, someone's done some animation to some old Monkey News.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's great.
Alright.
Yeah.
So if you have withdrawal symptoms of Monkey News, then you can find some classic.
And it's
Monkey News on
animated. Classic Monkey
I feel
News.
drained today.
there. Do you?
Go on.
This is the strangest radio show in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because well, we can do that. We can talk about this and go, oh, Phil Drain said. Just like he's not. Like, no one's listening. Because that's the sort of thing you say socially and no one listens. Like, just when you're watching that, oh, Phil Drain. Rhetorical. You're not expecting anyone, not even your loved ones, to go, oh, really? They just go, oh, that. But to do it live on air,
Yeah.
oh, no one's listening.
What I mean is just give us a jingle.
But the
Exactly. But the truth is, contempt we have for our poor listeners is
truth is,
unbelievable.
the listeners aren't listening, and we don't want to be here. So it really is one of the most pointless things ever.
No, I would have been quite happy to do a full show.
But you know
The
what?
flow of it's just.
I would
mess.
love to listen to this back in 10 years. This actual show, let's keep this forever. Let's keep this show forever. The show, we went early, we were bored, it was a day we're trying to save Africa, but we're a little bit annoyed that no one's listening. Yeah, right, once and for all, the final Monkey News of
If
the
you're not-
year.
Oh, go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you're not into a Live 8 and you're gay, you're not listening. Because you're on a walk.
Right, okay, right. Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey News!
Right, there's this card game going on. Right, in a big hotel in Vegas.
Right.
The Luxor Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
was a major card game. All the big players and that
Sure.
were involved. Right, they're all invited. Anyway, so they all meet up in this dark room at the back of the.
Oh, there we go, dark room. But hairy fella. So it was brilliant at poker.
So it's a big game, and that everyone's been waiting for it. So it's played in the back room, not in the main entrance bit, right? So anyway, like I say, it's dark in there and what have you, and the players went in. There was already someone sat in there, right?
Right.
But they couldn't quite see.
Was he a short, hairy bloke with slightly longer arms and legs?
Couldn't see him.
Where are his arms slightly longer than his legs, strangely enough?
Was he holding his hand of cards with his feet?
Anyway. So the cards were dealt, right? Cards were dealt, game was going on.
His cards with his feet!
Game went on for hours, right?
There was this. The terrible thing is, but not even we're listening to Carl now. Literally no one is listening to Carl.
There was a lot of smoking going on.
It's going on.
A lot of eating and nuts going on. That was a bit weird because we don't know and get through as many, but for this night. So, come on, let's just play Bruce.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you maybe Christmas time.
Goodbye.
XFM 104.9. Steve just back announced that for us.
Yeah, from the album Princess Superstar that was Princess Superstar and Untouchable Part 1. Did you enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
So I'll tell you what, I had
Go on.
2 of the ingredients that I look for in a record. It was both fly and dope.
High five, man. Yeah,
Okay.
you're sweet, man.
Coming up,
Yeah.
I've got my film review.
Looking forward
It's
to
a
it.
great one. It's a great
Lovely.
film. I've got a song for the lovers any minute now.
Sure.
And
Probably loads more chat.
yeah, there will be. There will be. PJ Harvey, this is Love, XFM 104.9. It's Ricky Gervais show, isn't it?
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, but you're going to keep quiet now, Steve, because I've got to do my world famous film review.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know you criticise it because you say I do sort of like films that aren't on, current release, or that I sort of just do the plot, or but I
Have
think
you taken that criticism on board?
I have.
Good.
This week's Ricky Gervais film review is Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book.
Yeah.
That was made in, what, 1968?
I don't know, but listen, shut up, right? It's a good review, right? Right, for people who either have heard it or haven't, you might learn something.
Sure.
Because it's sort of my take on it.
Has the review begun yet, or?
No, it's good from now, yeah?
Okay, go.
Go. Right, the little kid, he's in the jungle, right? But he knows the bear and the panther, they're good friends. But it's dangerous because you've got to watch out the tiger and the snake. Well, now, the reason is, they don't mind him, but he's human and he can make fire, they can't. That's why he's sort of in demand, even though they've conquered the power of speech, they can't make fire. And then, the orangutan gets him. Now, he's in trouble. But the bear puts coconuts on and makes himself look like it, then they fall off. They've got to get away. But then he meets a girl and then they're not,
Okay. Do you write these yourself?
Yeah.
Or you don't get a professional to do
No.
it? Right.
Oh, no.
Okay. And what would you give that one out of 5?
It's 9.
That's a 9 out of 5. Strong review there. A strong film then for you.
One again.
And you'd recommend that for friends and family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on video or DVD or in the cinema.
Okay, good. All right. And the film again was?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Jolly good. All right, thanks very much for that.
Well, now it's time for a song for the lovers. This is the Smiths, and last night I dreamt that somebody loved me.
Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, lovely. Go on.
The elephants.
Oh, well, that's going to ruin it for everyone. They won't understand what you're talking about.
Smiths. Lovely song. Last night I dreamt somebody loved me.
Beautiful.
Song for the lovers there on XFM 104.9. Can't believe I forgot the elephants. That was a key
Element of the review.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let it get you down, Rick. I know how these things depress you if you
I know,
feel you've
I'm
not done the film review as best you could. That kind of winds you up.
Yeah.
You stew about it. Played a beautiful song there. It was a song
thanks.
for the lovers.
Yeah.
And, I do get depressed when I see people around me who've got, girlfriends. And I think, because I haven't, and I just think, like, what's the rule? We mentioned last week that fat bloke from Pop Idols. He's got a bird, which annoys me, angers me. And this really depressed me. Walking into Piccadilly Circus Tube a couple of nights ago, homeless guy, wrapped up, unwashed, and northern. And he's being spoken to by some kind of carer, some worker who'd come out to dish out kind of stale sandwiches. And I just overheard as I was passing him going, well, of course, it's very difficult maintaining a long-distance relationship. And I sort of kind of lingered for a bit. I was thinking, what? And he was going, yeah. And I pieced together that he's got a girlfriend. He's from Leeds. He's got a girlfriend who's also homeless, who's homeless up in Leeds. And occasionally she kind of homelesses her way all the way
I
down to
love
London.
the fact that he's travelled to be homeless.
I know. Pathetic. It angered me that
Is there a lot of cheap housing in Leeds? Would that ruined it for him?
But it just was. I assume maybe she was squatting or something. But it was like, and it just depressed me because it was like, not only is he homeless, but he's got a homeless girlfriend. But the homeless people are finding love.
Yeah.
Do you mean it's so? That's really depressing, Carl, isn't it? Unless they both became smackheads together or whatever.
No, Carl's found love on the street before, haven't you?
How's it going with your bird, Carl? Are you married?
No.
How long have you been out with her? Been out with her?
7 years.
Because you're quite a simple man.
Yeah.
You're sort of a simple.
In a nice way. I mean, you're
in the
like
best
Helen
sense.
from Big Brother.
Yeah,
You're sort of nice enough, but
I look normal.
well, yeah, you sort of do. But you could be one of those that just suddenly go mental with a pen.
Yeah,
Do you know
just
what I mean?
stab people through the eyes.
Yeah, you sort of look normal. But if I wouldn't really want to wind you up to a point of frenzy.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
Through work.
What, through her work? What, you phoned up and said
We worked at the same place.
Oh, right.
You're quite an enigma, aren't you? Could you give us more on that?
At work, you met her at work. What, she came in selling sandwiches? She was going through the bins outside. What do you mean you met her
Why
at
are you
work?
having an attack on me? You're the
not
one
having an
who's
attack
sad and lonely.
Oh, he's done you again. He's done you
Yeah, but what I thought was interesting was I
No.
just scratched at him and he just went mental.
Yeah, no,
It's like a
but
bear caught in a trap.
it's funny, innit? You'll never learn. Carl,
No, I was just interested to find out what the story was because it might be a really romantic story.
Well, it's not.
All right, jeez. I mean, the fact he doesn't want to talk about his love affair.
I was thinking about you in the week, and like, does it worry you? I mean, you sort of joke about it now, and we're talking about it in the office, like, oh, is Steve really touchy about the way he looks? And
Oh, come from.
he's done it again. He's done you
I
again.
was walking home the other night, and I was thinking about it. And do you worry that when you're old, you will be on your own?
You did start it though, didn't you?
Well, Carl, I'm glad you brought this up. because I mean, for me, a lightweight, frothy entertainment show on XFM on a Saturday afternoon is exactly the place where I want to discuss the desperate, lonely future that's inevitably coming my way.
Oh God! I'll tell you what will cheer you up and forget all that. A bit of Embrace.
Oh, one of the most hated bands.
Hives, Main Offender. Before that, Embrace, Make It Last. I know you don't like Embrace much, but that's a nice tune.
Yeah.
And they do cut a nice little chorus.
Sure.
And I think their heart's in the right place.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. What could you do better? I was mucking about.
That's always fair.
No, I was thinking there's not enough avant-garde stuff. I just did this, right? There's a little spring on the mic. What does that sound like? Does that sound good? I haven't got my headphones on. Does that sound good?
It sounds brilliant.
I was thinking of doing that and just send it to John Peel.
It's good. I think
Maybe with some samples of like politicians going, "We will not."
I feel it's more a B-side at
Yeah.
the moment, but I mean it's strong. I think it's you can work that out.
But that's without strings or anything. Without.
Sure, that's without I mean that's just kind of a basic demo. When you've worked that up with a decent producer,
Yeah.
man alive.
Still coming. We got Radiohead. We've
What
got
are these
Ice
fellas doing?
There's a couple
It's
of
quite noisy. It's just distracting.
yeah. There's a couple of fellas behind us taking pictures. Don't take it takes two of them. I think one of them just got a couple of miles out of the office.
Yeah.
They're from the what are you from? X-Mag.
X-ray.
X-Ray.
X-ray. What's X-ray?
It's the XFM magazine, Steve.
The XFM what? Magazine.
Where's that?
Where, is this available in shops?
Is it just a giveaway thing?
Kind of giveaway. bit of information on bands.
Right.
Gigs are coming up.
How is it available?
Yeah, who gets it?
It's in top magazines.
You're really selling it, Carl. You're obviously a fan of the magazine.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it... This seems now like you've said, let's pretend we don't know what it is. You sell it on air, make it sound...
I
like
don't know what it is.
Well, I'll show you later.
Okay, cool.
And if people want a copy of it, they can go to the website and subscribe and you get it for free.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're
And
going to be in it.
And we're going to be in it.
Centre pages.
I don't look my best. I don't dress for radio. And, you know...
Well, it's okay, because I'm photogenic, so I'll make up for whatever you
I'll push
wear.
you forward.
Rick, I don't know if you were aware of this, but we have some tickets to give away. Is your favourite band Marquis Smith's The Fall?
It is, yeah. Go
I
on.
thought it was. And is your favourite venue the Kentish Town Forum?
Oh, I'd see anything there.
If
I'd
you-
see The Fall anywhere, and I'd see anything there. So
And-
if you're telling me The Fall are there, we're not giving away, Steve. I'd like those for myself.
Rick, I'm just trying to remember if your favourite support act of late is Schindler.
Oh, no, I hate them. I'm not going. Give them away.
Okay, so the doors are at 7:30. Doesn't say when it is.
So now,
I'm only
Is it tonight,
joking,
is it?
Schindler. I'm only joking, by the way. To Schindler, the lads in Schindler, if they think I'm being a little bit nasty.
It's tonight. It's 7:30. The tickets are £11.50 in advance. I'm assuming there's probably some still left, but we have some to give away. How many have we got to give away? Just as
£3.
3 pairs, is it? Have you, talking of Schindler, you know the people that make lifts? Or I think escalators as well.
Oh, yeah.
If you notice, like in
Yeah.
the bottom of a lift, it always says Schindler. It's always made by some organisation called Schindler. Do you think it's the same Schindler? Like from Schindler's List?
So it's Schindler's Lifts.
Schindler's Lifts.
And it was passed down wrong. No, I didn't make a list.
Yeah.
No, I made lifts.
Yeah,
You're
I
joking.
seriously-
Spielberg was going, I've made a whole film about
It was 3 hours. It was in black and white, for God's sake.
Was it, where'd you get the lift? There was no lifts in it. I thought it was a list you made. No, I made lifts. Oh.
Anyway, next time we're in the lift,
believe
check that
it.
out. That is true. Anyway, we've got 3 tickets for the Fall. Sorry, 3 pairs of tickets for the Fall who are performing tonight at Kentish Town Forum. If you'd like to win them, here's a question for you: which Radio 1 rival station, which Radio 1 personality used to be a member of the Fall? If you know, then you can get in touch on 08700
Zoe Ball.
800 1234. Or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Is it Chris Moyles?
I don't want to give it away.
Is it John Peel?
I don't want to give it away. I
Okay.
don't want to give it away.
Okay.
But 2 words for you. Emma B.
XFM would like to apologise for material broadcast on November the 8th on The Breakfast Show with Christian O'Connell. The show featured the comedian and author Ben Elton. XFM would like to point out that during live interviews, we cannot realistically expect to control the language and content of our guest material. However, Christian would like to offer a full and frank apology for the fact Mr. Elton appeared to have overdosed on the Arcel tablets that morning. Christian would like you to know that the Dullard will never be on again. We really are sorry.
This is XFM.
It is indeed. We're just looking at the Polaroids, the test the photographers do, and...
I'm not all happy.
No, do you know what I mean, though? It's like I kid myself. I must walk around. It does take mirrors and photographs. Like, oh, no, yeah, I forgot I look like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sort of like, you look at that. Look at a tree
Look
trunk.
at me, Rick, there. That's always with me.
Oh. There was a bloke downstairs thought I was Johnny Vegas. He was going, I love those adverts with a monkey. I didn't have the nerve to say I'm not him. At one point, he actually said, I like that one when he hits you. And I went, yeah. He went, you do any more adverts? And I went, yeah, I'm doing a couple more. I just thought, God, it's gone too far now. I can't say I'm not Johnny Vegas.
So I'm not really listening, Rick, because I want to say to you, can you get me more square on? 'Cause
Yeah.
Square on, I'm not so bad. It's from the side.
Yeah, the side looks bad.
All right, calm down, Rick. Jeez.
Yeah. We were,
Carl, what do you make of that? Pretty face.
yeah, this isn't great radio.
No, it's not.
I know we never do great radio,
Yeah.
but this is
This certainly
really
isn't. This is some of the
slippery
worst
slope.
we've done.
Yeah, we were talking before about Schindler's Lifts.
Yes.
Like those people just make one thing, and they're famous for that. Now, do you think the Monopoly commissions should investigate Armitage Shanks?
Yes.
Because I've never seen
Never seen another sink or toilet made by anyone else.
No, when did they take over this? Can you hear that clicking?
Yeah. Would you just stop just for a second while we're just doing this?
Because he can't talk, because he's trying to make Into the South look so handsome.
Well, exactly, I've got to keep
He's
striking
straining
poses.
to sort of look normal.
I've just changed my mind. I want to. You remember that George Michael video where he doesn't appear, he just gets supermodels to play him,
Yeah.
or kind of replace him. Can we do that maybe instead? Just
Yeah.
get a leggy blonde in. That'd be fine.
in our place, like 5 people.
Exactly.
Instead of this is Steve.
Exactly.
But he looks like 5 women. Yeah, no, that is Steve.
And so you're talking about Shanks.
Yeah, Shanks, Armitage.
They've got it sewn up. They've sewn
They
got it
have,
sewn
haven't
up.
they?
Yeah.
When did they sort of like get
I don't know who the Shanks people are. I don't think they make anything else, though. I've never seen them making anything else other than lavatories and sinks. They seem to have got that.
So who went? We're gonna make so many urinals that there's gonna be too many urinals. No one's gonna have a look in. When anyone's out having a slash, they're just gonna be thinking, Armitage
But presumably
Shanks.
there's someone called Armitage Shanks who's got his
be.
name all over that. You know, whenever you meet him, you're just thinking, I've had a Waz.
On
And
Armitage
on
Shanks.
Armitage Shanks. Is Waz a word we can say? Waz, can't we?
Yeah, or piss or slash.
Yeah, either of them's fine. Oh.
U2, Walk On. See, I like U2 again now. I liked them sort of, in the very early days, and I hated them for about 15 years. And then the last album, this and Beautiful Day, I think really good.
Thanks for that.
They've lost all their pomposity, don't you think?
I saw one of them saying that he felt this was the best album they've ever made.
I tell you what, I'm not going to argue with him, whoever it was, Steve.
Could well have been The Edge, not sure. Could have been Larry Mullen.
Real name David Evans.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Rick, you may recall that some time ago we gave people the opportunity to win some tickets for The Fall performing live at the Kentish Town Forum this evening.
Supported by Schindler.
Schindler. I know you're a big fan of them. And we have some winners.
I could have made more lifts.
The question I set was, which Radio 1 personality used to be a member of The Fall? We did have some wrong answers. Wrong answers included Gary Davis,
Oh, I imagine him in The Fall. Oh, that is brilliant.
Noel Edmonds, and of course Ed Stewpot Stewart.
Oh, what's happened to Noel Edmonds? What's happened to lovely Nolly?
Noel's just utterly doomed, isn't he? No one will employ him now, it seems.
Well, we don't know that. That's probably libelous.
How is that libelous?
Well, he might be turning down stuff and therefore might be sort of waiting for a big comeback with Noel's House Party 2002 for all you know.
you're right, it is libelous. Thanks for pointing that out, Rick. Just already lawyers thinking that's not libelous. No, actually, good point.
Yeah.
So the winners are Minna, who's from Finland, apparently, according to these notes here. Minna. has won-
Why is that funny?
Well, how would she have called him from Finland?
Well, no, when someone says, where are you from, she might have been here for like a year. I go, well, Finland.
Well, I've embarrassed myself. Sorry
Yeah.
about that, Rick. Thanks for tearing me apart. That was fascinating radio. Vinny's also won. He's from Surrey. Do you want to go at that?
Imagine coming from Surrey.
And Tom Prince from Canada. What a great name. Tom Prince. They're all the lucky winners.
I think we've lost it. No, I was really good the first few weeks, and even the first hour. But this last 20 minutes, I feel that I've bored myself.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I think it's because you keep picking me up on every single thing I say. It can't help, surely. And then if it's not you, it's Carl having a go.
Yeah, but he's more going for your looks. I'm more working on your personality.
Right, sure.
But together...
So it's my fault now that the show's going
No, but
downhill.
it's like, we're sort of like your mentors. You've got to be harsh. It's like you're like Eliza Doolittle. And we've got lots of little stylists in, like they do with makeovers and that, all that faking it. They get in like me and Carl's working on your looks, I'm doing your personality. We're going to get like stylists in and, coaches, and then you have to do a date, and the woman has to, and there's 3 other blokes, and she has to work out what the freak amongst them is, and you've got to go, no one voted for you as the freak.
Yeah, Rick, I've known you for 3 years. I don't think you're cut for that job.
Groove Armada, Superstar on XFM 104.9. It's nearly the end of the show, Steve.
It is.
I'm going to try harder next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off well, and then I didn't get bored. I couldn't concentrate.
I know what you mean. I mean, I thought I tried hard early on with the anecdotes that embarrassed me and which Carl just used as
Well,
venom.
I had the funny bullshit T-shirt I had, and
Sure.
and the
I had the woman, walking around in my clumpy
I
shoes.
had the washing with me.
Oh, they
the
were classic
shirts.
anecdotes, Rick.
Oh, I love the first hour.
I love the first hour. There should definitely be a sort of show on Saturday evenings on XFM with Kate Thornton and a
Richard
couple of-
Blackwood.
Blackwood would be good.
Moyles in going.
Just remembering
the
what
first
happened.
hour they used to. Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely.
Oh, it'd be amazing. There's people taking our photographs, which I'm not happy with.
No,
I'll
I'm
be
not
honest. I'm gonna have someone.
I know
fired.
you've-
I'm only joking. He stopped. I was only joking. Oh, I've offended someone, which I don't like to do. And then all the stuff about.
I'm worried
lifts,
though.
Go on.
I'm worried because I didn't know that the photos were going to be taken.
Yeah.
That we won't seem quite as hip and down with the kids as we thought we would on account of wearing these tuxedos.
I'm telling you now, that is ironic. We are down by law. This next track is Ice Cube. It Was a Good Day. It's my selection for the hip hop track.
Yeah,
as you know, we want to spread the word of.
A lot of people don't seem to realise that hip hop is music as well, and it's out there, and it should be enjoyed by kids. And it's at the moment, it's kind of quite an eclectic thing. You know, it's very underground.
Yeah,
we're trying to bring it into the mainstream.
Yeah, and in this, you know, Cube says it was a good day. You know, simple things like he didn't use his AK. That's the sort of world he lives in. That's what he's trying to get across.
And it talks to you about your life.
Sure.
Yeah, resilient.
And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can called up the homies, and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court, and I'm troubled. Last week, go out and got a triple-double. Freaking every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. The showers, didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause just yesterday, them bulls tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching you on TV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of Nick. Watch me break 'em with the 7-11. 7-11, 7 even back on Little Joe. I picked up the cash flow. Then we played bones, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my house paid. Trying to since the 12th grade. It's ironic. I had the bull, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Supersonic. I felt on the big fat pulled out the jammy and killed them. And my runs deep, so deep, put her to sleep. Woke her up around 1. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the top gun. Drove her to the pad and I'm coasting. Another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped her ass off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those fly dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for a murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no going up. Halfway home, and my page is still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day.
Well, there you go. Ice Cube, it was a good day.
Great song.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you've got a great song coming up as well.
I have indeed. It's the song for the ladies. Rick will leave people with that. Have you seen the film Magnolia?
I have.
It's one of the most underrated movies. It didn't get a single Oscar nomination. It's absolutely fantastic. Breathtaking cinema.
Yeah, it's
made by the
fantastic.
guy that made Boogie Nights. Absolutely fantastic. Tom Cruise is in it, loads of people. And the soundtrack is entirely written by Amy Mann. Now, I don't know if she's normally the sort of person they play on XFM, but she's a singer-songwriter of great skill, I think.
Yeah.
And this is a song that features in one of the most breathtaking moments
It's
in the film.
amazing when they all
Incredible
sing.
sequence.
Yeah, it all brings it together. It is, you know, we won't come across obviously.
No,
here,
but it nevertheless is a good song.
song.
It's called Wise Up. We'll be playing that in a second, but otherwise, Rick, that's it, isn't it?
That is it. What will you be doing tonight, Steve?
What are we doing tonight, Rick? Probably gonna be staying in.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what, and doing what? though?
Watching some telly.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's not all if I know you. Did I see a couple of cans of weak lager in your carrier bag?
I did sneak them in, yeah.
You're not going to drink them both tonight, are you?
What are you, my mother?
Okay, chill out, do what you want.
Oh.
Will you be sleeping alone again?
If I play my cards right.
Will you be having a little tug just to get yourself off to sleep?
I'll probably have a couple of
Okay.
tugs. If there's something saucy on Channel 5, I will.
XFM 104.9.
Here's Wise Up. Amy Mann, enjoy it.
It's not what you thought when you first began it. You got what you want. Now you can hardly stand it though. By now you know it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop till you wise up. You're sure there's a cure, and you have finally found it. You think one drink will shrink you to your underground and living down, but it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop till you rise up. Prepare a list for what you need before you sign away the deed, 'cause it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop till you wise up. No, it's not going to stop till you wise up. No, it's not going to stop. So just give up.
XFM 104.9. Dandy Warhol's Bohemian Like It's the Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, exactly. And Carl, who's
Carl's
turned
here.
our microphones on. Can't believe it.
Good to see you, Carl. Good to see you, Ricky.
Cheers, cheers. Now, in a fun-filled and music-filled show, we've got music and fun.
Yes, looking forward to that.
2 hours, solid 2 hours. There's no gaps.
There's nothing.
There'll be
There's
no dead air.
There will be adverts sometimes.
There'll be
Obviously,
adverts, yeah, but I mean, you know, that's what pays our wages, isn't it, really?
Certainly, certainly.
And some of the adverts, I think, are quite amusing.
Yes, no, I think like the ones that you're on.
Yeah. We've got our hip-hop challenge, we've got Song for the Lover, Song for the Ladies, we've got a film review. So...
Magnificent. Had any calls about that, Rick? Any maybe Channel 5 or someone onto you?
No, they haven't, no.
That's
no,
strange, that's
no.
weird.
No, but I think it's a bit ahead of its time because it's very unique.
Sure,
Because it's
sure,
not like other film,
individualistic,
is
yeah.
it? It's sort of like it's
yeah.
a bit out there.
Yeah,
Anything
well-
caught your eye this
Well,
week, Steve?
Rick, I know that both you and I are kind of obsessed with these people who believe in, people who can predict the future or
Yeah.
have got contact with the dead or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know Mystic Meg's a bit of a nonsense, but people do take her seriously. On the cover of The Sun today, Mystic Meg won me 15 million quid.
Wow.
Right, you're thinking that's a pretty amazing claim. I know that Carl believes in Mystic Meg and all that sort of rubbish, You're thinking, wow, here at last is proof that she has got powers. And you wonder to yourself, well, maybe she predicted the numbers specifically, that would be a hell of a...
Just to him.
Yeah, which is incredible, which is actually
Yeah.
incredible. And so there's this guy, lottery mad Tom Naylor, he's a lorry driver, right? He won 15 million quid.
Yeah.
He says, I always read my horoscope in The Sun and follow the advice. Basically, what Meg said was, keep a lottery ticket in a yellow mug to add luck. So you're thinking, right, okay, so he's kept his ticket in a yellow mug. That's still pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
I didn't have a yellow mug, says Tom, so I put the pages of my map book, so I put the ticket in the pages of my map book, which is yellow.
Right. He's used the yellow. No, he's used the yellow.
Yeah, no, see, I don't know much about how Mystic Meg works. I'm assuming maybe there's some kind of pseudoscience that she applies.
Yeah.
I think if she'd said put it near anything yellow, fine.
Yeah.
She said put it in a yellow mug. That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
From that, he's thought, well, I'll ignore Meg's advice. I always do what she says. If she says put it in a yellow mug, I'll put it in.
She's had two sort of like, points of reference there. The descriptive, the yellowness of the object and the object itself. The noun should be a mug.
Yeah.
What's missing in the yellow book is the mugness.
The mugness is one of the
It's got lots of bookness, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the bookness that gave him the 15 million.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I reckon Mystic Meg won me 7.5 million.
Right.
Would have been a more
Right.
accurate.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Carl, do you think that that's pretty spooky? And weird, unnatural stuff?
So I'm just a bit livid today. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
Not paying attention?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to notify us before, we ask you
you are
questions
giving
and
to
stuff?
us. Go on.
No, it would have just been nice if you would have, warned me you were going to ask me about it. I'm just a bit livid.
Go on, what about?
Just
Have I done
talk
something?
about... No, not you two. Just a bit livid.
XFM 104.9. Stand clear. Adam F, MOP. We all know whose dad Adam F is.
Who was it
No.
again?
We all know who's Adam F's dad of. We all know dads. Do we?
Rick, can you keep filling? Because I've realised I've left my mobile phone on, and the kind of calls I'm going to be getting on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I'll just keep...
Yeah,
no,
keep
it's
talking.
just... Oh, that was Adam F and MOP. Stand clear. We all know Adam F's got a dad. Oh, done it again. Do you remember the trivia quiz?
Forgot it.
Whose dad is Adam F?
Elvin Stardust.
Yes, Shane Fenton, that's what the F must be for. You're back?
That's done. Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be... all the people that are calling you all the time.
Oh, the ladies.
Oh, God. Anyway, XFM 104.9.
Rick,
We're
I know
going to
you're a
start
big,
now. We're going to start now. This is proper radio from now. Go. Go.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on me now.
Yeah.
I'm going to muck it up. Rick, I know you're a big trivia fan. I know you're obsessed with trivia. And I thought to myself, well, how can I entertain Rick on Saturday?
Go on.
So I was wandering around on the web looking for trivia, basically, that could entertain you. And then you're a big animal trivia
I
fan,
love
aren't you?
animal facts.
There's not much that you don't know about animals.
Oh.
But here's
You're going to
something.
catch me out now, aren't you?
No, well, I don't know. Here's one. I don't know if you heard this one before. Ants never sleep.
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And
It's easy for you to say that.
and they've got alcohol in their blood, so they don't freeze and winter. And that's why you never see a lazy ant. It's always working. It's drunk, but it's always
But
working.
they never sleep, but they do take a lot of fag breaks.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I think it's 'cause they can't sleep because it's like noisy neighbours. There's about 1 million of them living sometimes in a room. And it must be very... But you see them carrying a leaf and they see someone else and they go, do you want a hand with that? And they go, don't be silly, you're carrying some 8 times your body weight as it is. He goes, well, I've got another pair of hands free.
Yeah.
Give you a hand. Yeah, they're great
No, they're
hands.
incredible. They're incredible.
Yeah, I knew that one next.
Okay, well, this is one I'm throwing right at you as well, Carl. There's only one bird that has a penis.
It's
Which
not
bird is
a
it?
joke.
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is a
okay.
genuine trivia question.
I'd say... I think I've seen one on this. Is it an ostrich?
Right, you're going for ostrich, Carl?
I'll go for ostrich as well.
Right. Did you come up with that yourself, or...?
Yeah, I was going to say that before you said it.
Well, guys, you went for ostrich.
Chicken?
You're both wrong. It's actually the swan.
The large took the chicken.
I mean,
That's a bit worrying then, because I thought I saw an ostrich penis, so what was I looking at?
I don't know, were you just examining it closely at the zoo? What were
No,
you...
I was just.
It's probably a strap-on.
It was probably two leather ostriches giving
Yeah.
each other one.
Exactly.
And that's how that can influence people. Things like that. Dirty, filthy leather ostriches can.
Confuse a child if
I
he's at
know.
the zoo and he doesn't know.
A swan's got. That's really annoying. I'd never give a swan a knob. It's the little puffiest of
It
all
is the
birds,
puffiest of all
isn't
birds,
it?
yeah.
Oh, protected by the queen. But I need a knob. If I had to give a knob to any bird,
Good question.
No,
I wish I'd posed that myself. If you could give a knob to any bird, what would it be? Phone in. Oh,
vulture.
of course a vulture.
That they need a
big
cock,
veiny
yeah.
bang stick.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
yourself, Carl? If you could give a knob to any bird? And don't make it rude, or if I could give a knob to any bird,
What
I'd make
bird
it
do you
that
sit
Jordan.
suited up? It's got to be a bird of prey or something like that, hasn't it? Cool.
It's the robin, really.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be
Christmas cards would be like.
yeah, but,
That'd be brilliant.
it's a normal human-sized
Yeah,
knob
exactly.
on a robin.
On a
That'd
robin,
be
that'd be genius.
great, wouldn't it?
That'd be
And the
genius.
other thing annoying about this is ironic, right? Now, the male of all bird species they're called a cock.
Yes.
Right. But the only bird with a cock,
Yeah.
right, is called a cob.
Is that what a swan's called?
Yeah, they're cob and pen. They're not cock and hen.
That's
and
annoying.
he's got he isn't a cock, but he's got a cock.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick query there, Rick.
Go on.
When you said then cock,
Yeah.
presumably you meant male bird
Yeah.
the first time you said it.
Yeah.
The second time you said it, you said cock. Did
Yeah.
you mean the penis?
Well, you're showing off the whole farce of radio broadcasting.
Because you're not really allowed to say cock,
No, exactly,
meaning
no.
penis.
One cock would cause great offence.
Yeah.
The other cock's fine.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. It is strange. So, I mean, if I said now to you, oh, I like cocks.
Yeah.
Meaning birds.
Yeah, that's
that'd
fine.
be fine.
Yeah.
But if I meant penises, it would be a problem.
If you like cocks, it was yeah,
Right.
that would be...
Carl,
yeah.
do you like cocks? Do you like cocks?
No.
Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I was asking if you like.
No, I like, you know...
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
I'm a big fan of tits.
The small birds that come
bird.
down and peck at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tits
Yeah.
and cocks. There's nothing...
Tits and cocks,
There's
there's
nothing
nothing
wrong with...
wrong
There's nothing... Carl, don't worry. There's nothing wrong
No,
with saying tits
'cause
and cocks.
when I said tits, I meant the little birds.
Yeah,
And
they
when I
come
said
down.
cocks, I mean the big birds.
Yeah. Do you know, when,
Go on. No, go on.
No, it's just that it's when you're talking about tits.
Yeah.
At the milk. Do you? I like the fact they flutter away when they hear the milkman coming.
Oh, come on.
So when what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, when the milkman's coming, when he's walking up.
Ash, and sometimes lovely song. Got to apologise to our producer there because he was worried about. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just like saying you like watching birds in the garden.
I think you're better than that.
I know it's cheap, isn't it, to say like we like
Yeah, I like tits.
Yeah, I like cocks. So we're a bit more literary now. One of my favourite things
Go on.
is Fanny by Gaslight.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting. I'm a big fan of Moby Dick.
Oh yeah, the book, Moby Dick.
yeah,
Not the medical condition. There's
No,
nothing
no, no,
in your
no,
it's the big horrible thing that used to swallow semen.
Yeah.
Now in the winter,
Yeah.
Steve,
Go on.
there's nothing I like more than
Yeah.
to keep my hands warm in a muff.
No, sure. You mean those kind of furry things that sort of classy-looking ladies?
Yeah,
used to
posh
get hands on?
ladies often put their hands. You know when you have a nice like a party and they're
Yeah, a
all
nice
leaving,
party, yeah, a
and
winter party.
and you might take the wrong hat or something. There's nothing I like more than to see two posh women with their hands in each other's muffs,
Oh, that's always a
and they're
fun
going,
bit.
"Oh, this must be yours."
Yeah, that
It's
is
a-
always funny.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah,
funny.
yeah. But seriously, no, stop this. You're right. I've got a degree.
I think I just remembered that my favourite Beatles song is "Come Together."
Yeah. Now we're going to stop this now, Carl, because it's childish. You're right. I've got a philosophy degree, for
Yeah.
Christ's sake, and it's about time.
Who's your favourite philosopher? Do you mind me asking?
Well, I would tell you, except when I ever talk about it, I go into a Cockney accent.
Really?
So it can be like my favourite philosopher. I like a bit of Kant.
Right. Is that Immanuel Kant,
Yeah.
the philosopher?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange. What's his name again?
Kant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be weird. Can be strange.
Look at Carl's
Look at his face.
Look at his face.
Join
Oh.
in, Carl. Undo your trousers. Just
We'd
let
be
it
like
hang
Stan
out. Let your
Boardman
cock hang
when he
out.
told the Fokker joke.
Yeah.
We won't do local radio again for 10 years. Ian Brown, dolphins were monkeys.
Yep.
Before that, don't know what that was. I'm still pissed off that swans have got cocks.
Yeah.
It's a waste. It's a waste of a knob with a
I know what
swan.
you mean, I know what you
They don't know what they're doing with it half the time. Now we've got some great. Do you remember we're stopped all the silly innuendos now. But do you remember?
I think it's because they've got a long neck, and to balance them properly in the water.
Counterbalance.
What are those things that boats have underneath?
A rudder.
No.
No. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
The keel
yachts?
thing. Yeah. The big.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Balance.
What about, but ducks would need one as well, wouldn't they?
Ducks
Because they've
don't.
got short necks.
Oh, I see what you mean, it's the necks. Yeah.
So hold on. So do you think that's so long necks, long knob?
Don't look at me,
That's
Gervais.
Steve.
I know. No. Sandy Tossfeg's got a tiny cock, hasn't she?
But she has got one, which is interesting.
That's libelous. I'd just like to say now that Sandy Tossfeg has never had a knob.
No, she's not.
But you're not lying about the neck.
No, she's got a little
Yeah,
neck.
tiny
That's
little
fine.
neck,
That's clear for all to see. I just remember a bloke I saw on Opportunity Knocks once.
Opportunity knocks.
Yeah, it was a pianist who it's true, and his name was Wayne King. Do you like Wayne King?
Carl, what's your opinion on Wayne King?
I don't know his work.
You're not a fan of his work. Okay, no, that's fine. Carl, we asked your opinion, mate, and you've given it, and that's all we can ask for.
Oh, no opinion on Wayne King.
If
At all.
you're a fan of Wayne King at home, please get in touch. The email address I had ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What was the number again? 08700 800 1234. You know, if you like Wayne King, or if you know.
No.
Oh, what's going on about? We're asking someone's music opinion. It's a music station. What?
It's going to be like this all day.
If
Let's
we.
talk about you and your girlfriends again. I think people enjoy that more.
Oh!
Wow,
You are grumpy. Why are you grumpy? You're all grumpy because you've been loads. Come on, tell us. Come on.
I think I've got SAD.
What's that mean?
That thing when it's
Sade.
You know, when it's dark outside and you feel depressed.
Oh yeah.
I think I've got that.
But you're from Manchester, aren't you? Isn't it like pitch black there all the time? Isn't it like which country is it? Is it Iceland where it's like dark all year?
The land of the mole people.
No.
Yeah.
I was telling Steve before. In fact, I'm not going to bore you with it. Go on. What were you saying about
Well,
Wayne?
you bored me with it earlier. Can't you bore him with it?
Yeah, it's only fair. What were we saying about what?
Wayne King.
Oh, Carl, play a record.
Oh, that's disgusting, Carl. You're a pervert.
Hello. This Christmas, help a London breakfast show. For every 100 new listeners this month, we'll save one of Santa's reindeer from having his hooves chopped off and boiled down into glue or, you know, turned into an ashtray or something. Please tune in, save a reindeer, and enjoy a variety of music like R.E.M., U2, Turin Breaks, Roots Maneuver, Andrew W.K. And make sure that tiny orphans get a proper Christmas this year. Or do you think that's all right? You sick pervert.
Liquido, play some rock. That's what we're doing, Steve.
We are indeed.
For that Weezer, Island in the Sun.
Can I just ask Carl a quick question?
Yeah, why does he swear so much on radio?
No. Carl, did you see that film last night? Gaylord Say No?
Yes.
Oh,
What are we watching that for?
yeah, weirdo. Oh, you're always going to lose with that one. Rick, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
No. Oh, no.
You're a Gaylord.
Oh.
That is actually the official way of finding out if someone's gay.
That's how Oscar Wilde got caught.
That's exactly how he got caught.
Yeah, they went, well, we got no evidence that you are. So anyway, cheers, my lad. Oh, before you go, Oscar, see that film last night? Go and say no.
No.
No, taken away.
Yeah.
Taken,
Take that bender downstairs.
taken out of my sight.
That is how they got him.
Yeah.
That's the official way.
Yeah.
Children in Need last night, Rick.
Oh. I watched a bit of it.
Did you watch any of it, Carl?
I was
It's
with it.
awful.
It is
isn't
pretty bad.
It's the worst thing ever. I mean, it just. I've said this before. The thing about Children in Need, it makes the whole country and BBC One for one day into just one big school fete.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean? It's so pathetic. The entertainment is ill thought out. It's just boring.
I'd prefer it if they just made everyone pay £1.
That'd be fine, yeah.
And they make more money, and we wouldn't have to sit through it.
Just add it to the license
But
fee.
surely that's exactly. Surely that's just a taxation that we should, you know.
But that's
as
fine.
opposed to going through this nonsense of seeing people from West End musicals who aren't selling come out and do a
Yes.
song.
Yeah, of course.
God.
But it's just that they may as well, because I know there was Terry Wogan at one point going around the audience with a bucket, just running it, getting up members of the audience to put loose change in a bucket. This is national television.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, they've already had to sit through 3 hours of rubbish, now you're making them pay for it.
Does he get paid?
I don't know if you've done it for I know, you notice a lot of people who go on there though, all the pop acts that go on there, they're all plugging a new single.
Of course, but that's yeah.
It's like, it's this mask of sort of this charade of charity, but they're all plugging a single.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic. It's utterly ridiculous. They may as well bring on a big tombola, you know, and guess how many kind of pennies are in the jar.
How did Pudsey lose his eye as well?
Well, you get another one out if you're not careful. And I watched it quite late because we just had it on in the corner. We were sort of chatting and stuff. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, they've been promising this for ages. It was a couple of sort of Hollyoaks stars or something,
Yeah.
male stars. We're going to be part of a male striptease.
Yeah,
full Monty type.
I turned that off.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch that, Steve.
Do you notice the way he said it'd been promised it for ages? It was
Yeah.
like 1 in the morning. Almost
Carl's
like
got
staying up.
Yes,
What,
Carl's
you've got to measure
you.
me, Carl.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that film last night, Gail will take it? No, but the point was, like, the thing about the, are you a Gaylord tied to a tree?
Yeah.
There you are then.
There you are.
That's
Done
lovely
ya.
evidence.
Done ya.
Really done me.
But no, seriously, so they bring on these, this male stripper kind of gang come on, like, you know, firemen or whatever. And they come on, and they're like cut to the audience, and there was one woman just putting her glasses on. Like about a 40-year-old woman. It was like, it was 1 in the morning, she'd fallen asleep, and her friend had gone, Agnes, quick,
There
put
it
your
is.
glasses on, wake up, they're getting their cocks out.
You're
And I
li-
mean cocks.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they did this striptease, right? They did this striptease, and I have to swear, right? They went right down to their underwear. They had these kind of, and they were just flashing their arses. It was, and I was thinking, this is for kiddies, and it was obscene. It was utterly obscene. I was
Not 1 in
actually
the
appalled.
morning, it's not.
What are you talking about? It was appalling. It's
The
children.
charity is.
No, but it was just, it was offensive. I was offended by it. It was the BBC, it was charity, and there were blokes with their todgers almost out.
Yeah, but the fact is, but it's post-Watershed. You can have any event and give it to anything, can't
No,
you?
that's not right. It's for children. Because a lot of children will stay up and watch that. Their parents will go, yeah, it's fine, you know, you can stay up and watch children in need. That's for kids.
Yeah, but then
You know?
asses aren't, you know.
It was, but it wasn't just arses. They gave the impression they were fully nude. I mean, thankfully they weren't. I made a close inspection, but it was obscene.
Hey, yeah, me and Carl
got
are
the measurement.
looking at each other.
Yeah, you're looking at each other, gazing into each other's eyes.
Yeah, just for 1 week only, we're back at score, okay? There's innuendos, we laugh when we say the word bender, cock, tits meaning birds.
Carl and Ricky sitting in a tree, Kissing. Rick, have you been enjoying Bubba Sparks' current hit, Ugly? You're ugly, oh I'm ugly, ugly. A song which means nothing to me, actually. I can't relate to it at all. What do you make of Bubba?
I like Bubba.
He's a sort of down south kind of rapper.
I know where this is going. I bet you've got a little bit of Bubba in your hip-hop challenge.
Oh, well, we did have the hip-hop challenge a couple of weeks ago, but I lost. So basically, we're just playing a favourite hip-hop track of ours, aren't we, each week? And this is my selection. It's from Bubba's current album. It's not the hit, Ugly. It's, the album's actually called Dark Days, Bright Nights, and I believe this song presumably comes from that title, because it's called Dark Days, Bright Nights. Enjoy it, Rick.
I will.
Bubba Sparks, Dark Days, Bright Nights, title track of his current album. Rick, what do you make of it?
I love it.
Do you enjoy
It's
it?
great. It's hypnotic. It's the chorus. Is that a song? Sounds like Stevie Wonder?
It does sound like Steve. I don't know. I haven't got the inlay sleeve to hand. I can't tell you.
Does anyone know? Maybe they could call in.
Rick, I'd love to give out the number. In fact, I will. 08700 800 1234. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, who is providing the chorus for Bubba Sparks' Dark Days, Bright Nights, 104.9 XFM.
Well, from Rubber Sparks to Sparky Bubs, those Sparky Bub boys, Suede.
Hey, slick.
Strokes, last night on XFM, 104.9 before that, Suede.
Absolutely.
Beautiful ones. Fella just phoned up and said you were talking about waterfowl before. The only bird with a penis is the swan. And he said it was worried him about the ugly duckling. They'll go about, he turned into a swan, but ducklings, they're not called ducklings, they're called cygnets. I pointed out that the swan in question didn't understand, because he thought he was a duckling,
yeah.
and that all the other ducks sort of laughed at him because he was all gangly and everything, but he turned into one and he realised, I was a swan all along.
Yeah, the ugly duckling story got me through so many bleak nights as a child.
You couldn't wait to one day turn into a swan.
Still waiting for it.
So you can have a knob.
So you
presumably.
can have it, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because, look, Carl, look, don't worry. It's a nice little, no one's going to complain about this. It's this lovely, childish, lovely little innuendo. There's nothing nasty or vicious. There's no
And anyway,
hate.
off air, you're a different kettle of fish. You were trying to get us with the Gaylord's joke.
Yes,
just
he
there.
was, and he tried to do this. We'd done the Gaylord. Do you see that film last night, Gaylord now? Carl, trying to get his own back, went, did you watch Gaylords last night? Brilliant.
It's got to be, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No, and then you say no, and we all point and laugh.
Oh, I was going to ask you, is it true he's leaving Friday? Robinson Crusoe.
Nice one. High five for it. Oh, he got you right. He got you the right one there. I don't know what that means, but he did.
Anyway.
We're talking about children in need, Rick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And, Carl, what's wrong
He's
with
just
you?
got it. He's just got it. Go on. Yeah.
We were talking about children in need earlier, and as I say, I'm not a fan of it. And this is a couple of years ago. I was working, and I had to drive up to Blackpool.
Oh yeah.
And so it was Comic Relief night. It was a Friday night. And we were listening to all the different kind of BBC radio stations because they all cover Comic Relief. They all sort of link up as one big thing. And I think this was maybe like sort of, I don't know, BBC Solihull or something. And they've always got like, they've got this one guy in the studio doing all the DJing, and there's some bloke who's sort of outside the BBC with some kids and whatever else, kind of doing a live link up. And the guy outside was Steve Baxter. I forget the name of the DJ inside.
I love the fact you remember this man's name.
Well, it's important because we're listening, and the guy in the studio, he's there and he's chatting away, and he's going, got a signed picture here of the Spice Girls. All the girls have signed that, so the highest bidder gets to win that, and you have that. And I seem to have run out of words. He just said, I seem to have run out of words, and we were like listening, like, okay, and he just went, I seem to have run out of words. I wonder if Steve Baxter's got any for me. And Steve Baxter's just outside, like, obviously not ready, just going...
Didn't have any words either?
Yeah, no words.
Well, who's got all the words then?
It was wordless.
I don't believe it. He's probably used up too many words in the first hour.
Exactly. He just used all the words up.
And he didn't want to repeat himself.
Exactly.
So he just thought, that's it.
There's a hideous London. So we were enjoying that and the work of Steve Baxter. And we were driving along, and then we were driving, and we got stuck in this jam on the way up to Blackpool. And I saw this kind of white Mercedes, like, a couple of them. I thought, yeah, it looks quite swank, you know, and swank. And I drove up, we were driving up behind it, and the number plate was something like, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like Orv 1. I'm thinking, interesting, Orv 1, you know. So we're driving alongside, who is driving? No, actually, it wasn't a driver, there was a guy driving it, in the front seat, asleep.
Green Dog.
Keith Harris.
Really?
Keith Harris was there. Orville, as I recall, on the back seat.
Oh no!
I couldn't believe it, yeah.
Was asleep or?
I think he was asleep.
Just knackered.
I didn't see Cuddles, the crazy monkey. I imagine he would have popped up at some point, just kind of annoying the driver's hair, just going a bit crazy.
Yeah, you've got, I think Cuddles has to go in the boot.
He's got to go in the boot because he caused havoc.
Yeah, and knowing Cuddles, he'd put his hands over the driver's eyes,
exactly,
knocking around.
causing all kinds of trouble.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand road safety, to be fair.
Well, he's a monkey.
Yeah,
He's a monkey and he's got a lisp.
And not even, not even a real one at that.
No.
You see, the thing what was about, Orville, is that argument raged for years between him and Harris. And Orville's right. He can't fly.
He can't fly. Yeah.
So I'm worried that Harris will lull him to full sense of security.
But you can fly.
Yeah, and then when Harris is out, Orville will climb onto a chair, onto a windowsill, basically think he can fly and just plummet.
Yeah.
To his death.
Just a quick point about Orville. I'm surprised he's still not potty trained. Because he's been wearing that nappy of his for years.
I know.
He can talk. He's mastered the power of speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still crapping everywhere, I assume.
I assume so.
Flying around.
Yeah.
Mess.
And as we definitely know, it's a duck, so he hasn't got a cock.
He has not got a penis.
Penis, sorry. That was a mistake. There, I did say cock.
Did you mean penis then?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said that, Rick.
I'm really sorry.
You should have pretended you meant bird.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh, no, we're gonna
put your fingers in your mouth like this, Carl. Right? Put it apart like that. Put it apart. Now just say bucket and spade.
No, with your fingers in your mouth.
Put your fingers like that and just say bucket and spade.
Bucket and spade.
No, don't do
keep
that.
your fingers in your mouth when you say it.
Bucket.
Oh, Carl,
that's outrageous, Carl.
Smashing Pumpkins, Untitled Mix FM 104.9. I just got to tell you something, Steve. Remember, at my birthday party, my girlfriend had bought me one of those, arcade games. You put money in a pub.
Oh, it's a quiz machine, though.
Quiz machine, yeah, touch the screen. And we're all playing, but Steve, with his general film knowledge, people were getting like 100,000 points and getting through, right? Steve got something like 8 million.
Right, listen, I got the top score on a movie trivia quiz game, right? Who's the geek now?
Yeah.
All right, Carl? Hello.
No, but it was impossible. And I tried it, and for like months after, I just thought, I've just got to knock him off the top. And I did it with all the other categories, and I was best at rock. Let's say that. But by no means is, you know, the gap between a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Johnny Camden, the lovely Irish comedian, came round last night, had a couple of goes. He got something like 30 million.
That's mental. That's madness.
Yeah. In fact, you're right, because, Johnny bought this comic, right? He loves Doctor Who, and he bought this comic, and Steve, he left it there, and Steve got a post-it note on every page wrote geek. Johnny gets it home, reads it on the tube, and there's geek written on every page. That's the sort of vicious man Steve is. He can hand it out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him calling you a geek. What must that feel like, to be called a geek by Steve Merchant? What do you think, Carl?
Every week he has a go at me, anyway.
What are you talking about? A go at you? You're having a go at me every week.
3 weeks.
What?
You've been having a go at me.
I have not had a go. You've always had a go at me.
You've always said to me, what do I look like? And what do you expect me to do? Lie?
Oh, he's done you again, Steve!
No, I'm not getting into this.
He's done you again.
One lad called up before and said, oh, have a go at Steve again, these looks. And it's not like a game. I'm not like coming in here every week and wanting to make you look, you know, come across as an ugly bloke. I don't need to do that.
He's done you up.
I can't.
He's done you
Is this
up.
because of the Gaylord stuff?
No, it's
That you're
just,
having a go at me again?
Oh.
it's just that you had a go at me before.
I didn't have a go at you at all. I was talking to Ricky. I haven't had a word. I haven't spoken a word to you.
Your eyes.
Is this why you're in an ugly mood? A bad mood? A generally grim mood? Is it because, like, you just think I'm going to have a go at you?
I don't know what it is. When I get here, you're alright. And as soon as you come in here, you change.
I haven't done anything. What are you talking about? You're paranoid. I haven't said anything, mate. I've drawn a little picture of you here, but
I'll tell you what we need now is a song for the lovers. I want to tell you now.
Please.
This has been one of my favourite songs for about 20 years. It's by David Bowie. Now, David Bowie's had his phases, and I liked his glam stuff, and Tin Machine went off. You know, he's always sort of there, on and off, right? But this song is off Space Oddity, and it's called Letter to Hermione, and I don't know why he stopped writing songs like this, because this is probably one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded, and I know Steve agrees with me on this.
I do indeed. Rick, can I just kiss and make up with Carl?
No, that is...
No, let me just kiss my kiss.
Yeah, but it doesn't then next week it'll be the same again. It doesn't mean anything. It's like saying sorry.
Oh, on the lips.
Go on, he's
Carl!
Get I've never... Carl has gone a absolute shade of purple, straining not to have Merchant's...
There's no point, Steve.
No.
There's no point.
No, just shake and make up.
Shake what, Rick?
There you go. All friends, sit down. That's lovely. That's a lovely moment. It's XFM 104.9, and this is Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. It's beautiful. Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. Wow. After that, I think he wrote The Laughing Gnome.
I know, it's just... the thing about David Bowie, I feel the same way. It's that he's clearly a great, you know, rock musician, great fun records, you know, I saw him at Glastonbury, absolutely fantastic entertainer. But his songs have never gripped me, they never got me at heart, you know.
Except that one.
That's the first one I've ever heard of his, which really got me in the gut.
Yeah.
Amazing lyrics.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Carl, what were your thoughts?
It's alright.
Yeah, you're a poet, Carl. Play something else, then.
Blur. Coffee and TV. Good to hear that one again.
Yes, good.
For that, Radiohead, True Love Waits. Wow. Steve, it's time for my world-famous film review.
People love it.
Yeah.
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 How can I just ask, before you crack on with the film review, I notice you often do films that people have already seen.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. That's why I think your film review failed, because people didn't know what film you're talking about. They hadn't seen it.
Yes.
See, there was mine. I picked ones they've seen.
Sure.
You know,
Because a lot of people would say that the benefit of a film review was the fact that they hadn't seen it yet, so they were going to make up their mind based on that.
I don't know who'd say that.
I prefer Rickers.
Okay.
See?
All right, Carl. See, there you are again, being nasty to me.
No, it's he's got a choice.
All right. Anyway, so my point is that how would you hope people would use your reviews? Right?
However they want.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
So
would you hope that they'd maybe seen the film but they hadn't yet made up their mind?
Whether they liked it or not.
They liked it
well,
or not.
this is up to them. This is, you know, this is for everyone. It's easy.
So if someone say it's, because I think, was it, you did, one of your most famous ones, I think, was, One for the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Now that came out, I think, in 1975.
Yeah.
So maybe some people saw it in 1975, haven't yet made up their mind as to what they thought
Yeah,
of it.
now this put them straight and what to look for next time, maybe.
Okay.
Now, ready? Ricky Gervais film review.
Sure.
Review. Right? Chosen Rain Man.
Rain Man, okay. Now this has been on TV quite a few times and it was a multiple Oscar winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay. Right. Rain Man, it's got Tom Cruise in it,
Yep.
and he's alright, he's normal, but he finds out he's got a brother who's a bit mad. Dustin Hoffman is doing it, right? And it's meant to be. He's all weird, but he's meant to be, so it's good acting. Now, oh god, he needs to keep his brother, but they don't want him to have a brother, and he doesn't remember a lot, but he dropped him in the bath and burnt him when he was little, clumsy idiot. But then he finds out he can make a bit of money, so they get the same suits, and they go bet 2 for good, well, because he's got special powers. So he can know what the roulette. He wins that, and he drops some toothpicks. He knows how many there are. And he recognises the waitress just through the book. He's got all his football cards. Don't put them out of order. Don't go in the telephone box with him, he smells. And get him back in time for Jeopardy or watch it. Anyway, then they slap his head and get worried. Qantas don't crash. So he's got all that. And in the end, he doesn't, I don't think, but at least they've met each other.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Rayman, a film about autism, which is strangely appropriate, I think, when you're reviewing it.
Anyway.
What would you give it out of 10?
Oh, 9.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. Were useful? Yeah? Have you seen the film before?
I will now.
Okay, jolly good. Well, excellent.
New Order. 60 miles an hour on XFM 104.9. Well, quarter of an hour to go.
Yep.
You've still got your song for the ladies.
Song for the ladies. Come together, Rick, for Under the Covers. You've got me covered. Cover me bad. Which is when we play a cover version of a well-known hit.
Just see the sort of effort that goes into the show.
There's a lot of work.
We've learned something. We've learned the only bird with a penis is the swan. We've had an interesting anecdote where he saw Orville.
I saw Orville.
Yeah.
Keith Harrison.
We've had a film review, Rain Man.
Informative.
An award-winning film I reviewed today.
Yes.
So
that was an Oscar winner.
Ants. There's been things about ants.
Ants never sleep.
Yeah.
If you missed the beginning, you won't know that fact.
We've had various songs,
music,
and that.
Beautiful.
So carry on, Steve.
Cover me up. The White Stripes. Everyone's raving about them, Rich.
Sure.
They are an exciting band, and this is their cover of the Dolly Parton classic Jolene.
Love it already.
Stripes and their version of Jolene. What did you make of it, really?
Loved it. I want to ask Carl a question, though, because Carl's sometimes in awe of this newfangled world we live in. What do you think of the scenario? What do you think is going on there? Because it's a bloke singing to a woman, begging her not to take his man. What do you think's going on there?
Say again.
Well, that's a bloke there, singing.
Yeah, to his wife, Jolene.
Right. Were you listening to the lyrics, or...?
You see, I got mixed up anyway. I thought it was about that one about the person who chucks himself off a bridge. So I was thinking more about that than listening to that one.
Right, listen.
Well, go on it.
Right. Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. You flaming locks of auburn hair, even though you can, don't. He's all I've got. You're a beautiful woman. Don't take my man, because I can't compete with you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on there, though? Because, you know, it's Dolly Parton singing it, we know what's going on. They're fighting over the same man, aren't we?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on when a bloke singing it to Jolene? What do you think of the scenario there?
That's one of them names, isn't it? That could be a bloke's name. It's like Leslie.
Oh, Christ. Okay, sorry, it was a...
I wish you'd not asked him that question. So exhausting.
I love him.
Do ants sleep, Carl? Which bird's got a cock?
Swan.
Swan. Okay, nice one. Listen, I want to play that song for various people who've emailed and phoned in saying they want requests. We don't really play requests on the show, but I'd like to mention them anyway. Matt Barr, Magic Thighs. That's not Matt Barr's Magic Thighs, that's Matt Barr and Magic Thighs. Yeah. Kieran in Dublin, Stuart in Hackney, Lisa and Alison in Crouch End, and Glenn in Crystal Palace, who was phoning up with a nice message earlier. All of you, thanks for listening, and thanks for enjoying it. Sorry I didn't play your requests, but tune in next time, it'll be fun. Anyway, I just all I wanted to say, really.
Here's Tragic.
What's tragic?
What did you want me to say about that song?
Just your opinion. Your own opinion was fine.
In
fact, your own opinion is better than anything I could really hope for. Without doubt. Whenever I ask you a question...
You constantly surprise us.
Yeah. It's wonderful. So only ever... Carry on telling the truth. Carry on saying exactly what's on your mind. And I think this could become a great...
You're like a man who was frozen in Victorian era and has been reawoken and he's kind of discovering the world. Some things make sense, other things don't. It's beautiful. It's
As opposed to one that was made in a castle in Victorian times like Steve.
Oh, that's just...
Oh, I've joined in with Carl.
I can't believe it.
I'm sorry.
On my side.
Yeah, no, it was irresistible though, wasn't it? I'm really sorry. Should we play a record? Right, I'm afraid that is about it from us.
Absolutely. I always leave the ladies with the song, Rick, as you know. And the song for the ladies this week, again, it comes from the free giveaway CD that comes with this excellent little magazine called Comes With a Smile. And there's always something interesting.
How are you spelling that?
I've played the Mull Historical Society before. This is a track. It says it's just a demo, which is I don't know why. If they've been picked up, it's outrageous. They're called Sloan, and this is called Pretty Together. See you next time.
Goodbye. Song 41 and In Too Deep. If you're listening now, you're in too deep. It's the Ricky Gervais Show. Run for the hills.
Oh,
No.
classic.
Yeah.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah. Whose birthday it is today. Yeah. So
it was-
someone never listened before and they heard that link. They're thinking, great, it's
I'm not
proper,
alive.
it's proper radio
Yeah.
at last.
Oh.
XFM 104.9, just gone 1:05. Steve, do you want some great music
I'd
today?
love to hear some great
well,
music.
I've brought in some good stuff. I've brought in Oasis, we've got Radiohead,
Sure,
I've got some
sure.
Dre, I've got some Alba, I've got some Jimmy Webb. I'm looking
yeah.
forward to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we're keeping
yeah.
it real.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I've got Charlatans, I've got Nirvana.
Any Sade?
There's no
Is there
Sade.
not? That's a shame.
No, but I've been looking through the library and I have found 4 non-blondes.
Brilliant.
Hit from yesteryear.
Looking forward to that later,
yeah,
Rick.
yeah.
It was Carl. It was you that worked out the maths and worked out I was 28 because they just worked out I'm 27.
You are 27.
No way.
Yeah, I asked you, didn't I? And I said,
Because, no, but what I sort of questioned was, I said, well, if you're 27 today, that means last week you were 26.
well done. Yeah, that's irrelevant. So therefore you assumed that I must be 28.
Yeah.
Whereas I assumed you were using, you know, your knowledge of maths, such as it is.
I won't do that.
No, sure.
Wow. I actually got lost in that conversation because I genuinely didn't know what he meant would mean last week you were 26. I don't know what that
I
meant.
don't know what it meant.
Wow. Well, it is Steve's birthday.
But it would have been 26 last week.
Don't tell me you genuinely frightened me because it's those staring eyes. There's nothing behind him. It's this little bald head. Looks like Davros looking at me. Genuine fear on his face when he enters into a conversation with another human
But
being.
what bit don't you understand? If he's 27 today, he would have been 26 last week, and he doesn't look 26. He didn't look 26 last week. He looks older than 28 today.
You've started on his birthday. You're still having a go at him.
Carl,
on
I
his
don't
bir-
look like the kind of hot stud that I actually am, but face facts, that's the truth, mate.
Yeah, live with it.
Get with
Live
the
with it.
programme, jeez.
Well, let's have a little bit of cake.
Okay, oh, that's appropriate.
See
The
what it is?
birthday. But you mean the band, don't
Yeah.
you? Not the cake. You haven't actually bought a cake, have you? Got anything at all?
Cake, short skirt, long jacket, sort of a fashion sort of
Sure.
single.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I got. I just remembered something. Right.
Go on.
Think that like short skirt, long jacket. Once I was watching daytime TV. I was unemployed. It was the early days of it was about mid-80s, and
Who was hosting?
It was sort of like one of those Eamon Holmes and someone, or like
Oh,
like
right,
Rich and Duke, but, not as good, not as. And the link she went, well, after the break, Leo Sayers popping in, tell us about clothes for the shorter man. I stayed tuned. He came on. He went.
Leo
wear a short,
Sayer?
Yeah. He went. Wear a short jacket.
Why wear a short jacket?
But optical illusion. You're going. Well, that jacket. It couldn't be a foot long because that'd be mad. So it's 2 foot long. So he's 6 foot. So I'm looking at him there. I'm looking. Don't get too close. Just look at the jacket. How tall are you, Leo? Well, work it out.
Yeah.
This jacket's presumably about.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But Leo, you're famously quite a short man. In fact, I saw you on TV talking about clothes for the shorter man.
No, but look at the jacket from there. Yep, you must be about 6 foot. So you had to walk around looking like a bullfighter, just for this illusion, at like 50 paces.
What's the other thing about stripes? Is it
Yeah. Horizontal stripes widen you.
make you look fatter?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So good advice, good fashion advice for anyone listening.
On XFM 104.9
Leo Sayer there offering some topic. We should get Leo in, maybe offer some new stuff.
for your birthday. A little special Leo Sayer visit for your birthday.
Lovely.
Got any presents yet?
I've received nothing yet. But then my parents haven't come up, and they're the ones that normally bring gifts.
Oh yeah,
They are coming up later, and I always look forward to my father's gifts.
yeah.
Because they are remarkable. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. I don't understand the logic. I mean, if I explain some of the gifts he's bought in the past, maybe you could figure out. I once opened, I think I was about 14.
Right.
And I liked all the stuff that you liked at 14, the ladies, obviously, pop music,
Yeah, sure.
Fashion.
Yeah.
And that's why he bought me on audio cassette the collected wartime speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
It's a good gift. Did you listen to him?
Well, I'm not sure when you'd ever be in the mood to listen to that, to be honest. We'll fight on the beaches,
Yeah.
all that.
All the classics, all the classic hits.
I don't know when you listen. I think unless you're under attack, I don't think you'd ever listen to that.
Did you not even listen to it?
I kind of like, well, when are you gonna be in the mood to put that on?
No, but just because it was a gift.
But I always remember being once. This was.
But what if he tested you? Go, do you like track 4? Oh, some chicken, some neck. Oh, I love that, Dad. Yeah. But I think they're doing a remix.
But he said to me once. He said to me, "Never forget, son."
He didn't.
Yeah, and I went, I don't remember, Dad. It was mad, and it was like because he was quite into sort of, but he was into like the military and all that kind of and war history and stuff. So
are you allowed to tell an anecdote about your dad on radio? Can I just give you a clue, just in case? Can you tell the thing about the shed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Too complicated. Too long.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I remember this was true. I remember I had it on once because I just stuck it on because I thought I ought to. And my dad came in. He was pleased to see I was listening to it. And he was like, we just sort of stood there listening. And I was with my sister coming in with one of her quite attractive friends, teenage friends as well. Like, and I'm a teenager as well. And it's like, and just this woman walking by. You know, she goes to the same school or whatever. You know, quite fit. And I'm just stood there with my father, listening to "We'll Fight Them on the Beaches," "Never in the Field of Human Conflict" of so many, and just remember looking at her as he passes. Just
you've learned it. It's rubbed off.
Oh yeah.
You know, is.
Oh, Rick, if you're ever in a war situation and you need some morale, come to me.
Yeah, you'll just.
That's what you're right at.
Quote me out. What about a little bit of White Stripes?
I've got some more gifts that I can tell you about afterwards.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Oasis, Morning Glory, before that White Stripes, Hotel Yorba. Oasis, of course, I think got in the. Have you been watching that VH1 Top 100 album?
I have indeed. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, number 1. Do you remember what number 1 was?
Joshua Tree. U2.
Yeah. Now, good album.
It's not the greatest album ever, is it?
Of all time.
I mean, I know it's an arbitrary list, but even so.
Yeah, you sort of feel comfortable with it being the Beatles or
exactly.
You know,
you kind of
Gaye
or even
or
Pet Sounds.
Exactly. And then maybe
I don't think
maybe it's a generation shift. There's enough people now.
But it was sort of, what I found odd in the list was it started off with, I think it was like The Doors. I remember there was Velvet Underground and stuff. You know, these kind of respected album classics. And then there was things like, you know, Stars, Simply Red. I mean, it was a big seller and it's well produced or whatever, but an odd choice for the greatest albums ever. And then I remember there was things like that Texas album.
Yeah.
Is it White on Blonde or whatever it was? And I just think, again, is it just based on albums that have sold well, you know, via the Britannia Music Club?
But that's always the thing, isn't it? It's so like any poll. Like I remember, I think it was last year, the greatest lyrics of all time. One was Imagine by John Lennon, which is you know, if anything's
it's a solid classic.
And there was like, you know, maybe a Dylan or another Beatles one, and in the top 5 was Robbie Williams songs.
Robbie Williams songs?
Yeah.
One of the worst lyricists ever.
Well,
just
the worst,
a collection of words.
Yeah, just, annoying, yeah. I think, you know, and it was that thing, a man, 1,000 fags, you know, like that with Dad, and there's gonna take you to the bridge. Postmodern sort of. Yeah, but that's a reflection of the sheer weight at the moment, isn't it? So it's always going to be 4 of all time, and then the biggest thing that year.
I suppose so.
But that's why Coldplay and Travis are getting, and they're good. But I mean, you know, I don't think they'll be at the same position next year.
No,
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just
But it's just, I mean, I get frustrated with those lists because they just always seem so arbitrary.
I think we've forgotten we're on the radio because that was a pretty boring link, wasn't it? Because we're just talking like we're alone.
A lot of people probably haven't even seen the VH1 show.
Yeah.
Not interested in the late.
Are we losing it? Are we? You know what I mean?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Rick. It's my birthday today. Last night I went out. I got a little bit wasted.
Yeah.
So I'm hungover this morning. I didn't get to bed before 11. Right, so it's like
too much
I was pretty wild last night. In actual fact, and I have to say, I went to
God knows how many units I have.
I went to the Monarch in Camden.
Monarch, yeah.
There was some kind of groovy night on. I went to the door. I got a load of mates with me. I said, any discount for XFM DJs?
You didn't really?
Yeah, I did. I was a bit drunk. He went, who are you? I went, Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais. He went, Steve Merchant, brilliant. You can come in for free.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I swear to God. He said, yes, you did. He said, and I said, what about mates? You can have £1 off. He said, and I think basically, but basically, Rick, I think I also agreed that you'd DJ there. I can't remember, but if the guy is listening, he can maybe let us know if I promised that. I might have signed something, I can't remember.
Oh, God. Oh,
but anyway, it was a good night.
It's like one of those 50s sitcoms when, you sold my soul to an angel.
Exactly.
Oh, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
So, anyway, if you go down to the Monarch maybe next week, Ricky Gervais playing. That'll be fun.
Well, that was Elbow and Red of Asleep in the Back. I love that. It's
Great song.
Got sort of early Peter Gabriel, and that's wonderful. Well, we were talking about like your birthday and everything. And
Yes.
presents, and then I found out I'd been signed up to DJ at
Yes.
a club in Canada.
Looking forward to that.
To get you in. To
I got in for free. My friends
I
got
love
in
that.
£1 off.
I was just when the record was playing there, I said, why did you do that? Why did you try and get in free? Right? He goes, impressing my mates. Now, how impressive is it that Steve Merchant can get you in a place for £1 off?
Oh.
Yeah, you know what would save money? Go with Steve. If they recognise him or have heard the show, you get £1 off. That is great.
I'm a quality discount.
I don't know what you like more though, because I know you, and I think it wasn't just the acclaim and the fact that you got it was the £1 off you liked.
The money off was exciting to me.
That was great.
Any discount would have been fine.
I imagine you made them all buy you a drink with
Several.
to the value of £1.
It ended up costing them a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have I ever? This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once. Went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar, where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing. And I was in the
We'll
queue.
establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be.
And it was a posh place. Was it? And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of, choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. And I've been there for ages, obviously. I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogged.
Exactly.
I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. And I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, I'm thinking, what a great opportunity, use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, I kind of sort of give them a nod or whatever, a wink.
Yeah.
And they're loving it.
Yeah. They moved to the back.
They're puttying my hands, really, because you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. I just grabbed him like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, £10. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
You must have said a £5, and I said I'll give you 7.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
£2.
And then that's it. I'll give you 7. You can make up the 10. You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna have a kick, I think.
Was it percentages that put you off that
probably
anecdote?
initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2.
Yeah.
It's even funnier when you're getting him
When
to
he's
put up
paying
stuff.
me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record, then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais Show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Go to bed.
Oh no.
Hello, this is Tony Blackburn. It's the time of year when I like to help somebody far less fortunate, or dare I say talented, than myself. I'm talking, of course, about Christian O'Connell's Breakfast Show. You've heard it. It needs all the help it